we do it?
This is creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
It's really creepy.
The guy's going, turn your head a little bit more to the left. A little bit more.
Lean it forward.
Lean
Lean
it forward.
This on my fucking pictures. I was like, dude, like.
I'm always
Turn your
doing
head,
a weird
snaps your
lean
neck.
in all of my kids' photos.
Oh, we gotta do like put your hand like on the stool, and then like
Yup.
raise your shoulder.
Put
And
your hand on your knee and cross your legs.
That's violent.
sometimes when they would turn your head with their hand, yeah, it was.
A little
Just
bit.
another brick in the wall. Anyways.
All right. So we've gone over how long the session is expected to go.
4 years.
Anything else as far as any questions before we get things started?
I don't think so.
Great. Does everyone have their character sheet?
Yeah.
Better hope so.
Does everyone have their
Don't
dice?
swap my effects.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does everyone have a writing utensil or something to update their character sheet with otherwise?
Yeah.
I have typing.
And what level is everemyone's sheet currently? Look at it and hold up a
200.
number.
Don't worry, guys.
Don't.
Remember when you agreed to give me
20,
20
baby, level 20.
Without gaslighting, what level are we at?
4.
I think we're at either this much or this much.
Okay.
I think we're about.
It's
I don't know
pretty.
about that.
It's pretty fantastic.
I'm gonna fudge all my rolls to only roll 6s and 7s during this entire call.
That's not gonna go well for you.
Brain
And then
rot.
two
gonna-
giant hands go this.
With Sasha's
I'm
modifiers,
not
he'll
gonna
be
tell you
fine. Anyways.
Okay, Sam. Are you ready to play some D&D?
Yes.
Locking like... It's just a gift. Lyd, are you ready to play some D&D?
Yes, I am.
Aidan, are you ready?
Yeah.
Lupo, are you ready?
I'm being held by a giant hand and I can't get out. I can't get out. Ooh. Yes, I'm
Stop,
ready.
drop, and roll!
Oh, I'm in a fucking hand.
Stop jumping, roll. The only thing I can do is stop.
Talking to a literal fire sorcerer and telling him to stop, drop, and roll, I think is homophobic in some capacity.
Why did nobody tell me to do that during the bar?
I think someone did.
I think someone canonically did.
And Nolah, are you ready to play some D&D? Last where we left off, in the ashes of a kingdom far behind us. With nowhere to march but onwards, the Ember Emissaries embarked on what promised to be their most perilous pilgrimage yet, a journey northwards crossing the treacherous Iderian highlands to confer with the Warden of the Remain to learn more about the promise of Idyres' rebirth from the ashes of a long-gone war. Our Ashes of Ardor, wave to the camera, Ashes of Ardor! Lyd, you're one of us, wave! Crossed over their kingdom's border in good company, joined by a country-crossing adventuring party seeking to solidify a political alliance between Ardor and all of us on behalf of Eastern Alesia's self-serving sovereign, as well as a handful of Aspire's embers, all of whom seemed to have something to prove. The first stretch of such a pilgrimage proved arduous, but otherwise uneventful, as the emissaries fought their way across the sands of Idyres with little pause, though some took whatever opportunity they could to build bridges with their newfound partners in travel, and, in one such case, began reconstructing one that had long been burnt. Eventually, nearly 2 days of unceasing motion culminated in the unexpected discovery of an Iderian relic, the ruins of a magical summoning circle, its purpose unknown, but the marks upon it intimately known to a member of the emissaries. There was little time to scrutinize the site further, however, as the Ashes of Ardor soon realized their encroachment upon the platform was a spiritual act of trespassing, one grave enough for the magic in the air, ever pertinent and always on the heels of the travelers, to rally to defend it. We are going to cut right back to the scene. Juniper, Azure, Jessamine, Beatrice, you all are watching with various levels of panic and shock as these two glistening blue hands born of swirling, almost fiery magic rise up in the air before you, their fingers flexing, their knuckles cracking, or at least one of them, for the other has one of your members tightened in its grasp. In the right hand, Sasha, your arms bound to your side, unable to move anything below your shoulders. You are writhing against the grip of the warmth of the magic wrapped around you, feeling your own magic begin to crackle and shake within you. As panic overtakes the scene and people begin drawing their weapons, we are going to get right into the start of combat. Our initiative order for the party members is as followed: Juniper, Sasha, Azure, Beatrice, Jessamine. So keep that in mind as we are going to get to the top of initiative with Juniper. So, talk to me, Sam. What's the plan?
Juniper is so scared right now. So, okay. Give me a little bit of a picture here. These hands, are they, like, flying at all?
They are hovering about 10 feet off the ground currently.
Okay, wonderful. Could I make melee attacks against them?
Or, real quick, are we doing like the first round where we all get to do like a roll associated with the combat thing anymore, or is that no longer?
Here's my question. Would you guys like to do that?
What are we doing?
Remember
The analysis roll? Kind of at the beginning of combat?
I forgot about that.
Oh,
We've never done that.
I
That sounds
have
cool.
usually been saving those for more spectacle-heavy combats, for lack of a better term.
Okay. I mean, up to you.
However, if you would like to, I'm not going to say no.
I feel like Sasha should not make this roll.
Why? What's wrong?
If I had to guess, I feel like Sasha's not really perceiving right now.
Babe, would you like to make make an analysis roll?
I mean, I have one in mind, but if no one else wants to do it, I don't want to be like, and then just takes a moment.
really
I don't
No,
wanna-
I'll join.
Do we want to have that be like on everyone's turn? Maybe they can do that in addition to.
Yeah, let's compromise. Let's have that be like a free thing you can do at the top of your turn.
Alright.
Very nice. I mean, yeah, Juniper isn't really one for analyzing this situation. His friend just got hit by, like, grabbed by a giant hand. I'll ask again. Can I make melee attacks against these guys?
So, here's the thing. You have a reach of 5 feet, right?
Yeah, I do.
Generally speaking, at least with your rapier.
Yeah.
Looking around the platform, there's no visual for this, so walk with me.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
There are ledges. Again, this ritualistic circle site you thought was an amphitheater at first, the way it was made. The tall sandstone walls around them that are about, like, start at the ground and rise as high as, like, 10 feet up into the air.
Mm-hmm.
I would let you use your movement to make an acrobatics check to climb up and make an attack roll via jumping off it if you would like.
Yeah, I'll try that. I'll make an acrobatics check.
I think this is something that Juniper can definitely do. Not everyone would be as successful at such an endeavor, but I'm going to say give me a DC 15 acrobatics check.
Alright, let's hope. Nope.
No,
Not
got
quite.
it. What do you roll?
I roll a 3. So an 8.
Yeah, Juniper, you clamber onto one of the walls and try to, like, get a good, like, jump at it, but you just fall short with your sword. You do not use your action, however. You don't have a lot as far as movement goes, but you can still make a ranged attack if you are able to.
Wonderful. In that case, I'm going to bonus action. I guess I already used my movement, so I can't really steady aim. Can I hide behind one of these pillars?
Yeah, I think so. Give me a stealth check.
It's an 11.
Yeah, you've already made your presence quite clear to these magical hands. It's not quite enough to get out of their line of sight.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna throw a dagger at these guys.
Go for it, yeah.
Cool. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I'm rolling so bad. Whatever. 16.
A 16 is not going to hit. As you unsheath the dagger, you see that the blade does cut into this sort of smoky hand that you're sort of trying to strike down. The blade just kind of gets caught at the very edge of it and clatters to the ground uselessly. You can tell that finding purchase with attacks against these things in this regard might be a little tricky.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Yep, that's my turn.
Cool. That is the end of Juniper's turn. We have Sasha up next with Azure on deck for the party members. So, Sasha, right off the bat, I'm going to need an athletics check from you.
Jesus Christ! Okay, hold on. That was actually really good. That is... Oh, I have a -1. That's an 18.
That was a 19 on the die? God damn!
No, that was a 19 on the motherfucking die.
This swing's strong.
This twin got it!
Oh, sorry. It was supposed to be a dexterity saving throw, which I can only imagine is going to be a better roll.
Oh, that would be 21.
Sasha, your first instinct is to fight, to try and resist the iron grip around you, and then you're like, okay, how do I slip out of this? How do I slip out of the grasp of a hand? You let your body go slack, sort of thin yourself out as easy as you can. Very easy for you to do, and the grip of this hand, now expecting you to writhe, does not expect you to slip through and land on the sandstone below. You feel it in your ankles, but you don't take any damage on a roll above a 20. So,
so fucking good.
You rolled above a 20, you do not expend your action, so talk to me. What does Sasha do as you land on the ground? Keep in mind there are two hands, the left and the right, which was the one that had you in its grasp.
Okay, great. Do I want to go crazy yet? No. I'm gonna chill for now. I'm gonna cast... Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on the one that was holding me because I... No, thank you. Actually, wait. I have a secondary question. This is not important to my turn. Are these hands... What are these hands made out of?
Give me an Arcana check.
Ooh, Sasha, please. Sasha, please. You're supposed to be good at this. Oh, you are good at this. 10!
On a 10, I think you can discern this much. It is not organic material. You're getting the sense that it is very magical in nature, but the specifics are a little bit lost on you. You're a little more worried about trying to figure out how to deal with this in front of you as the hand that had you in its grasp is now descending upon you once again.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on it because I don't think Heat Metal's gonna work. LOL. How do I do this? Oh, I get 3. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm gonna send 2 at the hand that was holding me and the 1 at the other one, actually.
Good, yeah.
Okay. The 2 at the one that was holding me are an 18 and a 12.
Neither of those are going to hit.
I'm fucked. And the other one's gonna miss too, because that's a fucking, what is that? 13.
Not gonna do it. The magic, again, just kind of like evaporates against them. You can tell that it's not a matter of immunity, but these things are intangible in a way that's very different from basically anything else that you've fought.
Hell yes.
Again, you're going to have to be very specific as to how you're going to attempt to face off against these things.
I see. Okay, cool. I think that, actually... No, I can't cast spells on my bonus action. Okay, that's all I got.
Great. So, this is going to be the hand's turn, as they're each going to make one attack roll apiece. One of them is going to be against Sasha.
They want me so bad it makes them look stupid!
That is going to be a dirty 20.
That hits me so bad it makes me look stupid! I have a 12 AC. I'm a fucking sorcerer.
Mage Armor, Diva. Mage Armor.
That's what I was gonna cast, and then I realized it was an action.
Lock in!
That is going to be 27 force damage.
Oh, good night.
Is that... Are you down?
Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm out.
Okay. Well...
I do love the
fire damage,
imagery.
right? It's not fire damage.
It was not.
Yeah, good night.
Force damage. I will say you do have something that you can do to stave this off.
Wait, I do.
If you want to use it.
Let me look. Can I do that? I can do that. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah,
You did it last combat.
I want to live. I want to live. I'm gonna live. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say, nah, I'd win.
Bro is going to live.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my Phoenix Spark.
Bro, who's gonna be fine?
I thought that was only when I had the thing activated, so I was looking and I was like, oh, I can't use that yet.
Oh, is it?
No, it's not. If I have the mantle up, I do more damage.
Yes. It's been a little bit since we've done this. So...
I don't know who's within 10 feet of me.
The hand.
The hand. I am going to say Juniper has already gotten
I used a ranged attack, so I feel like I'm not. Yeah.
I'm just going to say no one is within exactly 10 feet of you.
Yeah.
So, as Azure, this is a new sight for you.
Oh yeah, you get to see this.
You see The fist reels back and slams into Sasha's body, and you, with all the force of a blow that you think would cause them to crumple on the spot. This was enough damage to knock them down from full. Using their reaction, you see that as Sasha endures this blow, a spark of golden fire glints across their body, whirls around them, and with a piercing screech, almost like that of a monstrous bird, light and fire explodes around Sasha, and the fire begins to engulf the hand that launches itself at them, and it tears itself away, trying to not get burned, as Sasha is still standing at 1 hit point.
My life's so good! My life's so good!
So how much fire damage does this thing take?
6 damage!
6 damage total. Yeah.
6 damage.
I'm going to give you guys a bit of a bone here. These things do not have a lot of health.
Heard.
As the
Crazy
hand
AC,
flinches,
not a lot of health.
the hand flinches away. The other one is going to. I'm going to make a roll to see who it's going to go for.
They should double whammy me. It'd be really funny.
The other one is going to face its attentions towards Jess. And I think with an 18 on the die.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Yep.
Alright.
18 on the die, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's your exact AC. 14, 18. That's going to be 24 force damage.
Ooh.
Holy
Fuck.
fuck!
I'm up. I'm bloodied, but I'm up.
Jess and Sasha are bloodied.
Brock.
What? No, I look fine.
So, Sasha's bloodied, Jess is bloodied. These two things
Sasha
have to
doesn't
remain
even
attack.
noggin.
And that is the end of their turn. Hit hard and fast. As Azure, we are on to you with Beatrice on deck for the party members. Jess, what were you
Are they
gonna-
now grounded?
They are closer to the ground. They're much closer to you.
I'm saying that they're attackable at melee range now.
Yes.
Or else
Yeah.
it's not an attack opportunity for me. Okay, awesome.
As Azure, you are up. Beatrice is on deck. As you see
Aye,
the are now descending upon Sasha and Jess. With your first instincts.
Okay, so Azure, when these things first came out of the ground, like looking more practiced than you would think upon what everyone has experienced of Azure's personality, had grabbed the axe pretty quick and pretty effortlessly. I do have a real quick question about rage. To keep rage up, it's melee weapon attacks specifically you have to attempt, or is it?
For rage to continue, you have to. I don't know if it's
Attempt.
necessarily. It has to be a weapon attack, I think. To keep rage up, correct me if I'm
Or you
wrong.
have
To
to get
keep rage
hit.
up,
Or you have to get hit, I think.
yeah, you either have to make an attempt. You have to land an attack roll with a weapon. You have
Or
to
get
take
it.
damage, or you just use your bonus action to continue it for free.
Okay, because I was going to ask in relation to breath weapon, because I never considered how
I think breath
those
weapon
things
would.
tie.
I think breath weapon would be a little bit complicated. Let me double check here.
Well, it counts
Yeah.
as using the attack action, so, I mean, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so that would, I guess in this case, that would count towards the I made an attack and is rage continuing?
So rage ends early if you are knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn. or
Okay.
taken damage. So you can just attack with your breath weapon just fine.
Amazing! Yeah, I think at first, Azure's holding this axe and is looking still very anxious despite a bit more grounded, a bit more, rooted, in a proper fighting stance. But seeing Sasha especially, because Jess at least looks a bit more okay, but seeing Sasha get completely almost obliterated, but still being up, both has Azure terrified and fiercely inspired. So I do think that they're going to go into a rage, having seen that. And the first thing that they do towards the one that was just going at Sasha, is going to attempt to use their breath weapon, which is lightning.
Oh, before you do that, Lyd,
Yes.
I'm going to need you to roll D8.
Yup! Let's go! Let's go!
Give me that wild surge roll.
Where's
You
my
fucking-
teleportation?
Shit, what?
You fucking got it! You fucking
Azure,
got it!
Azure is a wild soul barbarian.
That's based. Hell
I
yeah.
had my suspicions.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 2. Oh shit!
Great. Awesome. So, here is, before we continue, Lyd, I would love for you to describe what Azure's rage looks like and feels like to everyone around them.
I think that in terms of how it feels to those around them, they have a pretty docile and, although amicable, very nervous aura they bring around with them everywhere, to the point where it's palpable enough, you know, even the way they carry themselves is not particularly, like, proud all of the time. I think you see almost, like, their posture snap into place, and it is brisk. Almost like it is an automatic sort of thing, as opposed to, like, conscious. And they snap into this posture, and I think any of that expression that they wear of, like, constant sort of worry or anxiety, there's not a trace of that right now. And as for what it feels like for Azure, I think the only thing on their mind, as opposed to how they are usually very scattered about their thoughts and about being nervous of what's going on, who am I dealing with, what if this happens, it is all narrowed down into one thing, and that is, I need to protect the people around me, and I need to protect my friends. And I think that they've zeroed in on that. And so I think that they quite literally like zone in on that was going at Sasha. And they look a bit angry even. It's not a typical look for Azure, but they look confident.
He's got a bit of murder in his eyes. So, Azure, first of all, it feels as though magic is radiating from Azure's being. All of you all around them who can see them is not so much a sight as much a feeling of the magic that is laid heavy in the air here in Idyres. That's always kind of been nipping at your heels and like in the air as heavy as warm weather. You feel it is coalescing around him and kind of dancing around him as little prisms of light are flicking all around their body. And as soon as you see this magic begin to overtake them, they blink out of existence. So, you teleport up to 20 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. So where does Azure teleport?
Ah, that's so fucking cool! I saw that, I was like, holy shit, what did I get?
As Wild Soul is fucking awesome. Like, it's so
Wild Soul
cool.
is I've never played this class before, so this is fucking baller. I think, because how far away was I from the hands before?
Dammy.
Was I, like...
I think like a solid 15 feet.
Okay. Is there any sort of place to get higher ground? Because I know we're in sort of a...
I think you are well within your reason to teleport horizontally as well. Like not horizontally, vertically. Teleport upwards. If you want to, like, it is an unoccupied space you can see. Do you want to get the jump on this hand?
Honestly, yeah, fuck it, why not? Why not?
Right. As soon as you begin to really process this rage, I think Jess in particular, the feeling around Azure, the sense of magic swelling within and around them is intimately familiar to you. Before you can question that further, they are gone, and all of a sudden, Sasha, you see a shadow just overhead as you see Azure is falling down, not atop you, but atop the hand that is accosting you. So give me that attack roll with advantage as this thing is now caught off guard by your sudden ambush.
You got it! So let's make this melee attack here. Boop, boop, boop. And just a reminder for my brain, attack bonus +7, that gets added to the roll or the damage?
It gets added to your attack roll.
Attack roll, gotcha. Okay. Don't tell me now, my boy. Oh! Does wait. Does a 23 hit this thing?
The first time all combat, Azure lands a hit.
That's my baby! Okay, cool.
So the damage roll is going to be your normal weapon stuff, and then you add your strength, and you also add, I think, a +2 because of rage.
Beautiful. Okay, so where's my D12? Here she is.
As Beatrice, you're up next.
So Azzy, my boy. Wait. I rolled the wrong die. Otherwise, that would have been so cool. I rolled it. I was like, that's a 0. There shouldn't be a 0 on there. Okay. We're doing, so it's that plus my strength. So 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 2 is 13.
Yeah, way to knock a quarter of this thing's health down in one go. As Azure, you dive bomb the hand that has been accosting Sasha. You see it's getting ready to maybe launch another attack at them. It is a little too slow as you dig your axe into kind of the sort of like forearm part, and you see it like it almost does the equivalent of a writhing grimace that this hand could do, as you've done a good solid chunk of its health and it is already not looking great. You are now also on top of the hand.
Cowboy!
Let's go.
My goat. My fucking goat.
As you see that people are starting to sling spells and draw blades, everyone hears Esme just shout, "Yeah, sick of Matty!" As you are now holding onto this hand, like with your axe dug into it, as you guys see the hand begin spewing magical energy from the wound that it has sustained. So that's your bonus action movement. I think that's a pretty good turn for Azure, all things considered. We're going to move things right along to Beatrice with Jess on deck. I will also say, after Jess is going to be the retinue, you are going to decide the exact course of action that the retinue is going to be taking. Jess.
Heard. Mount the horses.
What horses?
Mount the camels!
Camels!
The camels!
Get the camels in here!
Alright, Nolah, talk to me.
I have a quick question. And this is more so if you would allow me to do it. Because it's not what it's for. But I would love to cast Shield of Faith on Sasha. Because this is what I want to do, right? I would love to cast Shield of Faith because it's a bonus action. But I don't know if I should do... Because... my thoughts, right? The concept is I would love to. First and foremost, I know I want to do Cure Wounds.
You can't cast more than one spell per turn.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I was wondering. I don't know if you would allow me because it's technically not. It's technically not a spell. But. The Blessing of the Forge, would I be able to use that on Sasha's armor to give them at least
I don't have armor.
Oh, you don't?
They're a sorcerer. What armor?
Sorry.
So I'll just do Cure Wounds then. And then
I'm looking at the ability, and the answer would have been no, unfortunately.
Period. Can I use it on myself instead?
It's at the end of a long rest.
Okay, period.
So remember this ability for the next time you guys take a long rest?
Yeah. Period. I will then, in that case, just cast Cure Wounds on Sasha. So you get... where my D8? There she is. You get 10 points of HP back.
Holy moly, thank you.
Period.
Heard. So is that the end of your... that gonna be the end of your turn?
Could I get... How far away from Jess am I?
I think if you went to Sasha to administer cure wounds...
Yeah.
Which is touch, then you've actively moved away from Jess.
Okay, period. Okay, I'll stay where I am then.
Great. In that case, Jessamine, that is your turn. Juniper is on deck for the party members, but there's going to be... you got a fair bit of time before you have your next action.
Resisting the urge to use my free action to figure out whatever the fuck Azure's doing or what Azure is. I think... So when they activated, it was like very mechanical. It was very like, you're not allowed to be here, right?
Mechanical is a strong word. They said you heard a voice rumble the word trespassers.
Okay, great. Jess is gonna spit out some blood onto the sand from the fact that he is under half health. And he's going to raise his shield, which is embellished with the symbol of a noble house of Idyres, and go, I am Lord Jessamine Hawthorne of the House of Hawthorne of Idyres. I command you, permit my allies and I passage. And the spell I'm casting is command, with the word permit as my action, cast at second level on the hands.
Okay.
And I'm raising the shield.
That's really interesting.
Because if we're trespassing, you could permit us passage.
Okay. So, because permit is not one of the usual commands with command, and because you were asking something that's a little bit more like it's going to have a much more tangible effect than a lot of the other stuff that command usually goes for, I'm going to allow it, but the DC is going to be a little bit. They're going to have to make a higher DC, slightly.
Okay.
So, what's your usual
14.
DC?
14.
I'm going to say this is going to be a DC 16.
You're making the DC higher for them?
Oh, sorry. Stupid. This is going to be a DC 12.
Heard. I can't imagine these hands are very wise.
They have to roll a 12 or higher.
Heard. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
They would have passed anyway.
Well, they're two separate entities. I'm casting it at second level.
Right. Yeah. So let's say that was the left. The right, the one that's been getting damaged.
Yeah, right hand's probably not as wise.
Yeah, right hand's dumb.
Yay!
Right hand's stupid!
Okay. Jessamine.
They start fighting each other.
You brandish your shield, and everyone who's looking at Jess, who's looking in the direction, you see the glistening emblem of the stag's horns interlocked, forming the shape of a castle in between them. His words echo across the battlefield, and you see that both of the hands do almost hesitate for just a moment. The right hand, that which had been responsible for grappling Sasha and is now being torn asunder by Azure, it begins to sort of still and simmer, almost as if being held in place by something. But the left hand only begins writhing more and more, and as its fingers are gliding in the air, it does the equivalent of turning to you, scoops the air like this, and points at you, Jessamine.
And this is the one I'm in combat with, right?
Yes.
Great.
You hear 3 words rip across the air. In, I think only you can hear, as it's deafeningly loud, but somehow telepathic. Speak not, imposter! The words rattle in your head as if like an earthquake. To everyone else, the hand is simply pointing at Jess. The right hand is going to be is not going to take any action on the following turn. However, you got 1 out of 2.
Is there anyone within touching range of me currently, or is it just me and this giant fucking hand?
Azure, Sasha, Beatrice, no. I think I will let you go for Juniper if you'd like.
I mean, also I don't have to I just want to leave its threatened range. So I could do I don't want to take any opportunity attacks on it.
I'm going to say, you can, based on the range that Juniper got on it, you're close enough where you won't leave its range.
Heard. think I'm fucked. And I kind of like clap Juniper on the back and I'm gonna give a fake gift of
Juniper goes down. No,
a fake gift of hospitality, and we're both gonna gain oh great, 7 temp HP.
Woo!
I rolled a 5 on the dice.
And
Very nice.
that's also a help action, right?
Yeah, it is. So you get yeah, you get
very nice.
I'll do more than 10 HP personally, but you do get the help action actually, so that's great. Yeah, good for you.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's going to be, I think that's probably going to be the end of your turn.
Yes, that is my turn.
And the start of another turn for you. So what is the retinue going to do? You have the 4 soldiers, Hadass, Manalo, Fekra, and Goron, who have all drawn their blades and are shouting at each other to stand up.
I mean, is there any reason to have them do anything but attack? I mean, I'm asking the group. I don't want it can just be not just my turn. It's like
wail on them.
Just wail on them. I mean, yeah.
Wail on them. Wail on the one who's clearly about to attack me.
Yeah, great.
One of them seems like
the other one is happy.
aside, and the other's like fight me. So I would have them. I think they're gonna. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you? What do you say in this moment as their commander?
One seems hesitant. Attack the aggressive.
Great. So, each of them are going to make one attack roll. We'll see if any of them actually land. So, Hadass gets in that one.
It's okay.
My goat!
Manalo.
It's okay!
Manalo misses.
Are they flanking each other? Can they be flanking each other? Or flanking Sasha, Juniper and I?
Fekra misses. They all rolled single digit. That's really rough.
My goats!
You're all fired.
They're all, for what it's worth, they're all trying. I do think Hadass kind of trips on the splintered sandstone beneath her feet that has sprouted up since they tore out of the ground. But the rest are taking swings and they're just passing through these parts of the hand that are more or less intangible. Unfortunately, not a whole lot from the soldiers. However, we do also have the fervent one. So I'm going to make this real quick. First is going to be Parvati.
They're going to do great.
They're all going to roll nat 20s. They're just going to kill the combat, right?
First is Parvati, who is going to make 2 martial arts attacks. Parvati lands 1.
Work.
Parvati is going for the one that is also attacking you, Jess.
The aggressive one.
Okay, so Parvati does a silver of damage against the aggroed hand. Esme, you guys see, reels back. You almost hear and a blasted acid launches from her gullet towards the hand that Azure is currently on top of. And misses. Deimos is going to come to your aid as well, Jess. And Deimos misses.
These hands, bro.
Meanwhile, the hands are moving like this.
And finally, Cormac. Cormac lands a hit on the one that Azure is attacking.
My go, Cormac!
It does a solid amount of damage. It's officially bloodied. As these different swings of blades and fists all have varying levels of purchase. You guys see Cormac, without even really moving, sends out a burst of arcane energy towards the hand, and you see that it flinches and rocks a little bit, but Azure, you still hang on. Before we get to the top of initiative, raise your hand if you have a spell that last turn.
If you what?
If you cast a spell.
Great. No, you didn't.
Azure, you're good.
Great. Jess, Beatrice, Sasha, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from each of you.
What the hell?
Are saving throws affected by exhaustion?
No, if you have
They're
one
not,
level
right?
of exhaustion, it's just disadvantage on ability checks.
Great.
30, 20, 18.
16.
I got an 18 on the die!
Great. All 3 of you pass.
Ooh.
I will say, you guys, as you're sending your magic into the air. As the magic is kind of circulating, you feel that the air around you is almost eating away at the magic. I think, like, in particular, Sasha, like, as you were firing at the scorching rays, you could almost feel like it wasn't diminishing returns. It felt as though the magic energy that you were exposing from within you was almost being eaten at in the moments that you were casting your magic. None of you feel any noticeable effect, but I do think all three of you notice the way that spells are interacting is a little different.
Uh-oh.
And remind me, who is the one who... I think... No, that was Azure, so none of you would have that context, but all the same, you guys are not affected negatively by that phenomenon. So we are at the back of top of initiative with Juniper. Sasha's on deck.
Juniper saw Sasha just immediately go down, panicked so hard, and then saw them come back up and was like, okay, right, forgot that you can do that. Nothing makes sense. Calm down. And is going to make an attack roll. Okay, so which hand was under the effect of command?
The right hand, the one that is currently getting its shit ate by Azure.
Are we not just cool to just make an attack on the other one, or do we just want to get rid of this one?
We can make an attack on the other one, but then it'll become hostile again.
Well, they're both hostile.
Command isn't like a turn. Command is like that one has to hold still.
Yeah, so basically the right one is not going to take its action, the left one is.
Yes,
so that's what I'm thinking. Should we attack the left one this time?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to go for the left hand. And is it floating, or can I make a melee attack against it?
I think it is close enough that you're able to make a melee attack with your rapier.
Wonderful. I make this with advantage.
Yeah, because you got the Fey gift.
Very nice. That is I believe that is a dirty 20 to hit.
That is his exact AC, and Juniper hits.
Hell yes.
It's
wonderful. Let me first roll.
What's his AC? Fuck, I was
20.
Imagine like the dog looking into the sun image.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, that is 20 points of piercing damage to it.
Oh my god.
And this is why you help the rogue. And this is why you help.
I got my aura. I got my aura back. It's okay.
Yeah, Juniper, you kind of mutter yourself like, yeah, forgot you can do that. I think Renesmee is like right next to you, and she just turns to you, so they could just do that.
Pretty cool, huh?
I think in that moment, as you're going, pretty cool, right? Just regrets giving you the help action.
And did I have to use movement to get up to that hand?
No.
Oh, I can't, never mind. I'm just gonna attempt to... Do I want to hit it, or do I want to get the fuck away? Low-key? Yeah, no. I'm going to use Juniper's new strategy, and I'm going to bonus action dash away.
And
no
does that
opportunity attacks?
because of swashbuckler?
Huh?
Is that because of swashbuckler?
Yes.
You say pretty cool, right? And reel back in a almost like dancer-like twirl. Jess, Beatrice, Sasha, you guys haven't really seen Juniper properly fight since the Euphony incident, since the incident with the House of the Incarnate. This is a very different kind of finesse that you had not seen during that fight, as Juniper has gone from this sort of panicked, cornered wild animal to something of an acrobat. You see, with his footwork, he plunges his rapier right through the palm of this hand, and you see it almost like driven so deep that it almost skewers it through the other end. Jess, you see it like cringes against it. Juniper, you yank your rapier out.
I think he fully does like an ice skater, like full 360 in the air, like
a pirouette.
Yeah.
As it like kind of goes for a slap, and you just like it just barely it just barely grazes up against your tail as you do so.
Just goes to himself, God, they're even fighting like one another in reference to cadence.
That's crazy.
I recognize the maneuver. Anyways.
Magic is trickling off the end of your rapier as you do so, kind of creating a little bit of a cyclone as you do that pirouette. You land and kind of like skid backwards a little bit, and you hear Renesmee go, holy shit.
Don't let up now. We gotta do more damage. These things look like they're still doing pretty well.
Yeah, let's happen. More fighting. As that's going to be the end of your turn, Juniper.
Yep.
Solid stuff. Sasha, that is going to be you next with Azure on deck for the party members.
Oh yeah. I could do this smart and safe thing, or I could just like fucking try to kill this thing. And Sasha would do the safe thing, but I'm an asshole, so I'm gonna do the dangerous thing. I think Sasha, like, when he reels back for the first time, obviously he has all this flame going around him, and I think it almost starts to, like, concentrate in a swirl, and I'm gonna activate my Mantle of Flame because I'm just gonna double it down. I'm gonna double it down. And if they hit me again, I'll do more damage, that's fine. Basically, I have more fire around me. The fire does not go out. Like, where you expect, like, last time you guys saw this, the fire pretty much, like, saved him and then went out. This time it just keeps on swirling around him.
Golden orange flames are grazing up Sasha's arms and legs, dancing around them. A mantle of burning, like almost a ward of little like ribbons of fire around them. Azure, you do see this from above.
Sasha's got a lot of shit going on. And you know what? It is broke, but I ain't gonna fix it. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray at the fucking hand that I can, at the left hand. I'm gonna shoot all 3 beams at it, because the right hand is still a little subdued. Oh my fucking god. Can I hit? Can I fucking hit? Neither of those hit, because it's a 18 and a 17. And then my third one... Sasha! 19.
Brutal!
18, 17, 13... Wait, do I add something to that? 18, 17, 13...
Spell attack modifier, right?
Did you add your spell attack bonus?
No. Yeah. Yeah, my spell attack bonus is a +6, and I'm still missing all 3 of these.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Awesome. So I do that, and then Sasha just kind of goes, damn, I just aura farmed and fucked up real bad. And then he's gonna stand there and just kind of aura farm for a minute, and I think I'm almost gonna start, like, moving even, like, further away from where the hands are, so I don't get fucking fucked again.
Yeah, and the right hand, because of its stillness, is not going to make an attack of opportunity against you. So that is going to be the end of your turn, Sasha?
Yeah, yep.
Great.
Top 10
so
characters.
It is now specifically the left hand's turn, because the right hand this turn cannot do anything. It is being surrounded. Basically all of the members of the retinue, Jess, Juniper, Deimos, are all just like wailing into it, some with a little more efficacy than others. It is going to do kind of a, like, flailing, like, move all around it, and I'm going to need Jess, Juniper...
I'm 60 feet away from it.
Oh, 60 feet, okay, cool.
I dashed.
Heard. So I think that's going to be a dexterity saving throw from Jess.
I'm so bad at those.
Come on, Jess.
I think Beatrice is safe because she's still with Sasha.
How do you feel about a 16?
16's going to pass. I'm going to roll for the retinue collectively.
I do have a negative dex modifier.
Oh my god.
The retinue's going to fail. Parvatai's going to fail. Everyone's going to fail except for Jess.
Jess also starts
literally just that Smash Bros attack where it just goes.
That's basically it.
Yeah. And not kill the boss.
It actually is one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, like the fucking.
1,
It's
2,
just
3,
frat
4, 5,
flicking,
6,
you'll
7, 8,
die.
1, 2, 3,
Frat
4, 5,
flip?
6,
6, 7, 8, 1. Shut up. As everyone who failed is going to take 21 damage. Jessamine, that's going to be halved to 11.
I would have gone down if it wasn't for that, so let's be grateful. Let us
as-
be
It looks like you're on a crisis. I'm on my way.
Let us be grateful.
You said 11?
11, yeah. 21 for
Thank
those
God
who
for that 10
failed.
HP.
No, bingo.
Yeah.
Been down was for 10 HP. God bless.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the soldiers are all basically sent flying. You guys see, poor Fekuna Belport is like flung across the arena and just hits the wall with a sickening crunch. Oh shit! Parvati takes a pretty bad backhand and is sent sprawling to the ground. Deimos stands a little sturdier against it, and you see he is eating this up. He is laughing his ass off as he's in this fight, but Parv is visibly bleeding from the nose. But Jess, you take a pretty bad brunt, and you feel yourself like flung backwards a little bit, but you do not suffer that much. Everyone else is knocked 10 feet backwards, except for you, Jess.
Great, I'm still in combat with this thing, which I don't think is what I want to be, but okay.
Well, that is the only thing that happens on this enemy turn, as for this turn only, the right hand is completely in stasis. Azure, you are up with Beatrice on deck.
Yes. I'm gonna reckless attack on this one.
First of all, do you want to teleport this round, or
No,
you?
I don't. Well,
Actually, hold on. Let me double check something. I'm gonna check to see if you have a choice.
It's bonus
I was gonna say,
action.
wait. I don't know if I have a choice.
You can activate it.
Yeah.
You can.
I wanted to double check to make sure that this was indeed something.
As a bonus action.
You can't. You just teleport 1 foot away to the right side.
I just I'm just doing moves on this hand. So saying an attack is reckless, is that considered any type of action?
That is
Or
just
is
a completely free thing that you can do.
Cool. Doing that, and I'm going to have Azure just fully bearing down, like, on this fucking axe, and this thing is gonna rip it out and is just gonna try and, I think probably not with the side of it, but like holding it like this way, because it's got that pointed, those two sharp parts. I think it's just gonna try and jam this thing into this hand.
Yeah, and because it is impeded by Jess's command, normally what would have been an attempt to knock you off is completely limp.
Yeah. It's just like, ouchie. Okay, it's advantage. I think that's I rolled the same thing twice, and I don't think that's gonna hit, unfortunately. Oh no, wait.
That's what they want you to think.
No, because I just I pulled a
What is that?
Sasha and rolled a 19.
No!
I rolled a 12. I rolled a 12, and then plus the 7.
Let's roll like shit together.
Let's roll like shit together.
That's brutal.
So that sucks, but I am.
Well, you have advantage.
That was with advantage. I rolled
You
two
rolled two
12s.
Oh, well.
So that I think Azure loses their footing a bit. Rather than sort of panic, I think there's almost a bit of a growl. But I do think they are going to use that bonus action teleport. Can I teleport onto the other hand? Is it too far from me?
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow it because that's
Awesome! I'm gonna be clinging to this thing. I'm gonna go right on top of that shit. Not gonna hit it because I don't have any more attacks, but at least this one doesn't seem to have snapped out of anything yet. Like to throw this one off.
I will say, because it's like actively like, I'm gonna have you make an athletics check real quick.
Oh, you got it. Good thing I have a +7 to this.
And you have advantage because it's because you're raging.
Yep.
Let's hope this advantage goes better. Okay, so the first roll is a 22.
Just see if you crit.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay, and then a 26.
Oh my
for
god,
the-
yeah.
Asher's clinging to this thing.
Yeah, you fully just like, you don't even like teleport above it and fall on it. You just almost like kind of shooting an arrow. A little like streak of blue magic flies towards the back of the hand, and you just Enderman teleport and appear on it. Jess, you see like Azure is kind of like with a bit wild-eyed, is holding onto it for dear life with their axe in their hand.
Good work. Real quick, I forgot to do this. Can I have Hellish rebuked after it hit me? Or is it since moved on?
We've moved on.
Okay. Yeah. I keep forgetting I have the amulet, so I keep forgetting it's an ability I can do. So I'll remember.
Yes. Yeah, fair enough. So that is the end of Azure's turn. Next up is Beatrice with Jessamine on deck.
I'm on my way. I'm gonna make my way over to Jess to cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you, my queen.
Yeah, I got you.
I think, okay, before you do that, you are going to take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Alright.
But that's actually probably going to miss.
Oh.
12?
Light work? Nah.
No reaction.
I rolled a
reaction.
2. I rolled a 2 on the die.
They have a +10.
Yeah, it whips towards you, Beatrice. I think you just like Beatrice is not graceful necessarily. You, but yeah, you make your way over to Jess and cast Cure Wounds.
Yes.
Someone tell this poor woman about healing word.
I'm actually.
Cure Wounds that heals more. Cure Wounds heals more, please.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna cast this because you're not looking good.
No, I am bloodied.
Okay, period. I'm gonna.
Bloodied.
I'll cast it a level 2 then. Actually. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I love my queen.
Ooh, you're getting. Ooh. You have 23 hit points recovered.
My God.
I rolled a 7 and an 8, mama.
I'm almost at the fall.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Yeah.
No longer bloodied, mama.
Period.
Thank you, my queen.
Yeah, you're welcome. With mama.
Jessamine, you feel the warmth of it's a fire in your lungs, but it's also the warmth of pride and courage. The kind of warm feeling in your chest when you know you've done something well. That's what Beatrice's healing kind of feels like. It's a very positive energy.
Okay, heard.
As that is going to be, I think, Beatrice, unless there's anything you could do as a bonus action, I think we're going to move on to Jess.
No.
Okay, yay. Jess, talk to me.
How many people are looking bloodied currently?
All of your retinue,
Heard.
Parvati, and then who's bloodied of the party members currently? Just Sasha.
Actually, wait, am I? Yeah, I'm only barely. Only barely.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna save this ability until next round in case shit continues to go bad. I would love to. So it's floating a little bit. And
Yeah, it's currently, yeah.
Great. So if I go under it, do I get flanking damage if I stab up?
No.
Why not?
It is still very well aware of the fact that you are in front of it, and because Azure uses attack formally, he can't formally grapple because he already used an attack during his turn.
Understood. Do I want to risk? Yeah, what else really can I do? Yeah, okay, that works for me. I would like to. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna attack. We'll go from there. That is going to be a 21.
That's gonna hit.
Anyway,
Down.
and yeah, screw this bitch. I'm smiting.
Yeah.
I was gonna do a first level smite on this bitch. So that's gonna be a 3d8. Because when else will I get to hit this thing? Probably chances are not again. Dice. Where are my dice? I have my d8.
Where the hell is my dice?
Is this an undead or a fiend by chance?
Roll your fucking dice, Aidan.
I had to ask. Okay. That is 3, 4, 6. Ooh, God. 12 damage.
Okay.
I rolled 2 ones.
Oof.
That's okay. It is officially bloodied.
Yeah.
Great. I think through the fingers is just stabs up. He's gonna keep fucking it up. And I think Jess is gonna, in a very similar way, there's that sense of like an otherworldly connection between the two of them. Azure, take a bardic inspiration.
Yep.
Ooh!
I'll sob, thank you.
56.
Oh shit!
Yes, multi-class.
you.
Last level up.
My go. Hell yes.
Yeah, take that bardic inspiration, Azure. As you feel a feeling that is Azure doesn't really have a moment to fully process, the feeling of someone reaching out to you with the same kind of attunement that you've always had, and offering that strength to you in a way that spells out kinship.
And just drops his sword and goes like this.
Great. So, next up are the NPCs with Juniper on deck. Jess, do you want me to? Are the soldiers gonna?
Can I have
the
a
soldiers gonna
captain
attack?
split off to see if there's an off button somewhere? Because truly, just attacking is not a good use of their time.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna say you can delegate Hadassah and Manalo to investigate, and Fekra and Goron, you can choose which one of the hands that you would like them to hit.
Are they both bloody at the moment? You said.
Yes.
They're both pretty bad. We could do one on each.
Great. So we'll have Fekra, who for everyone else's visual, gonna send their Pikaru actually real quick. I put it in the chat last night, but this is Fekra. They're a pink long-haired furball with curly hair. They are going to make their attack against the righty. Yes, and Goron, who is this more middle-aged dwarven man, you see is going to go for the lefty. Where's Goron's? There's Goron's Pikaru. There we go. There he is. Goron crits! Goron, the first attack that any of the soldiers have landed all fight. As... Yeah, holy shit, solid damage against our lefty, which is just barely hanging on. As you guys see this stout little dark-skinned dwarf just fucking like... just go for it. He's a war hero for a reason. Hadass and Manalo are going to roll investigation checks real quick. Neither of them get particularly high, unfortunately. As they are looking at the monitor and trying to, sort out how to, okay, is there a way to turn this off? There doesn't seem to be any working dials on it, though. And as for the fervent ones, Parv is going to... Parv, you see, is initially going to go in for another attack, but you hear Esme go, "Babe, disengage, I've got this!" As Parv is going to disengage because she's on pretty low health. Esme is going to take a bow attack on the righty. 2 on the die. It doesn't even pass through, it just misses.
I've got this!
I've got this! Fuck. As...
It's okay, they're really hard to hit.
Just aura farm. Just start aura farming.
Both of you shut up. As Cormac is going to go for another arcane burst. Hit again! Goddamn, Cormac, get it together.
Hashtag my kitty.
Godlike.
Yeah, for all of the strange resemblance that this Tabaxi brings to the table, you guys see that they are... Speaking of kitty, look at her! Cormac, their paws glistening with golden magic, is just going again, an arrow of light that just pierces through the right hand and causes it to flinch once more. And finally, Deimos is going to cast Cure Wounds on Sasha. You're right, my friend.
I'm better.
That's what I like to hear, as that's going to be 11 hit points back for you, Sasha.
Yeah. I am no longer bloodied. In fact, I am almost at full, one would say.
He lays a hand on you and immediately flinches away. Ooh, hot.
Yep, I am still actively on fire, so LOL.
Curious attunement you've got there, my friend. You got to learn some of your tricks later.
I don't think this is... Oh, sure, I'll try my best.
As we are back to the top of initiative with June of Purr.
So I have to ask, to keep myself honest here, I'm currently...
So sorry before you... I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Magic!
Sasha cast a spell. Beatrice cast a spell.
I did guess.
You did not, Jess, so I'm going to need con saves from Beatrice and Sasha.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good. 19.
I got the same exact thing on my dice, so it's gonna be a dirty 20 again.
Hell yeah.
Oh, one better. I got a 19.
Never punish. No.
Never punish.
Again,
Never punish.
something invisible in the air is leeching off your magic as you use it, but you almost think to yourself, no, that's mine. You do not let it rob your arcane prowess from you. As, so sorry to interrupt, I had to keep myself honest there for a second.
Keeping myself honest, I'm wielding my shield right now. Can I buff my shield, or would that take like an action to do? I want to swap over to my longbow.
Gonna look this up.
I do believe rules is written, it does take like an action to lose my shield, because it is like, it's wrapped in. It's meant to be like armor.
Yeah.
What the
They
hell
sound like
was
a
that?
You are a rogue, though.
It's up to you.
I've never really paid that much attention to the rules of the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could I maybe do it as like
house rule time?
I was
gonna
my kind of action, but
house rule moment.
Yeah.
As a rogue, I will allow you to do this as a bonus action.
Cool. Okay.
As a cunning action.
In that case, yeah, it would be like part of my cunning action.
I'm gonna add that to my house rules. That feels like a good little
yes.
class specific thing.
Question is, do I want to do that? Why did I make myself 60 feet fucking away? I did that so I would avoid if it would go after me. Yeah. No, I think I am instead. I think I'm instead going to. Because I couldn't like get advantage anyways. So I think I'm just going to. Sorry. Just recalibrating a little bit. Could I have said that I was 50 feet away, if that's okay?
You said 60 feet.
I said 60 feet. Whatever. I'll bonus action dash.
So are you not doffing your shield?
I'm not doffing my shield now. Just to get back into melee range, and then I'm just gonna make a straight attack roll.
Do you not have sneak attack anyway? Because you're a swashbuckler?
I do. It's just I don't have advantage.
Oh, that's fine though. It has like a 2000 AC.
Yeah, meow.
Another dirty 20.
Yeah. Which hand is this against?
This is going to be against the left hand, I think, again, because that one's the one that I'm focused on.
The aggro one.
They're both aggro, but yeah.
They are, yeah.
The more aggro one.
Ooh, that wasn't inside the dice box. That also wasn't. I'm gonna do better. Okay, anyways.
I'm gonna do better.
The fact is, y'all, I rolled low last time. That's 22 points of damage.
Oh.
Sam. Juniper, you have put some distance between you and the hand, but you see it's beginning to really wail down on your allies.
Yeah, I think Juniper thinks I have a lot of health. I need to get this thing's attention, actually.
Something kicks in within you, this protective instinct, and you see as the hand is beginning to reel back and land a pretty devastating blow against Jess at point blank range. You leap up over the low walls of the ritualistic circle itself, and with a single pierce of your rapier, you puncture it and fly through the hand entirely as it almost shatters into pieces of fractal magic in the air. Azure, you do hit the ground with a bit of a thud. But Juniper, you are airborne as you skewer this hand. It dissipates entirely, and you are left floating in the air, surrounded by this magic that is sitting in the air all around you, trailing off your blade and around your person.
I think that got it.
Can I say just like try to like use his shield to like give Juniper something to land on?
Yep. Ooh.
Yeah.
And I backflip off of it.
I do like to say you say that like clutching Jess's shield.
Yeah, no. And I say, sorry, I was kind of hoping that we would leave something.
Don't apologize. just like kind of shakes you off his shield a little bit.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping that we would have something to investigate afterwards. I guess they just.
You were interrupted by Azure hitting the ground in between the two of you.
You alright, bud?
Huh?
You alright, bud?
I'm good. I'm fine.
That's some good magic up there. Come on.
So coherent for a raid.
So coherent.
I like help him get up a little bit. I'm like, all right, we still need you, buddy.
Kill the other one! Kill
Sasha.
That's my turn.
I love you, Sasha.
Who is in front of the other one and is currently engaging. Speaking of which, it's Sasha's turn.
You're even all talking, it's just like, kill this one! What the fuck are you doing? As if it's not a free action to talk to each other, and I'm not gonna try to kill this one anyway. Anyways, you know what they say, if it's broke, fix it. But I'm not gonna do that, I'm just gonna do this. Guys, certainly, if I try to Ray again, it'll hit this time.
So cost fallacy.
And that's what I
go for it, yeah.
So I'm gonna cast all three of my scorching ray beams on the one that's in front of me. Okay.
Sasha, we're getting you magic missile.
Okay, so the first one is that one, so that one misses. The second one,
cast a saving throw. Make them do a saving throw.
The second one, I think hits because it's a 15 plus 6, which is 21.
21. That hits.
And then the third one also hits because it's a 22 because I got a 16 plus 6.
Let's go, Sasha.
The sunk cost fallacy is real.
The sunk fallacy. Whatever. Okay, wait. I actually have to roll this. I have to look up what the fucking damage is. Okay, so 4d6 is what I'm doing to this thing. We do this twice. Holy. Sorry, I rolled really well. That's. Sorry, I have to do all my fucking math right now. That's. And then that is 26 damage.
Sasha, how do you want to do this?
Sasha goes, guys, kill this one! And like,
it's looming over you.
And just kind of like, almost like channels all of his like fucking fiery energy that's swinging around him into his hands and just fucking like casts 3 beams of fire that like just immediately go at it. One just goes off, fucking hits the wall, fucking blows up. Nobody gives a shit. The other 2 hit it. It doesn't have eyes. Just fucking smack into the thing, and I think like almost engulfed in fire as it's hitting. And just saying good night, like the Legend of the Penis. And it almost, oh my god, as the beams are going together, they almost form like little wings, guys.
Twirling arrows of fire coalescing around you before they launch right into the palm of the hand, and it bursts into a shower of golden and orange flames that you see it is writhing. You can almost hear the scream of someone burning to death, but it is just the single embodied hand that is. Again, the shower of fractal magic scatters all around. These particles orange and gold rather than blue like they were before, as they scatter across the battlefield, little pinpricks of heat hitting everyone in the face, as Sasha, with the flames dancing around them, with what look like 2 flames beating like wings behind them, still holding out their hand, heaving their breaths. And the last thing that we're going to do is a Constitution saving throw from Sasha.
Oh, great, guys. Watch this. Watch me fail.
You suck. You suck.
It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
10.
That's a 10.
It was a joke. It was a joke. Yeah, it's a 10.
Sasha.
Bye.
You feel the fire still radiating against your palms. Sunlight beating down on you. You feel that same force in the air, siphoning away the magical energy from the tips of your fingers. You feel it being drawn away from you. An angry screech rises from your chest as you feel this. You cannot understand what your friend is telling you in these moments by language alone, but you feel the urgency of fight it, do something.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what Lotus told you. It is only going to act in service to you and itself. It is giving you that sign. Do you act upon it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You summon all the power that you have, draw it back within, and it stops siphoning. On the exact DC of 10, you pass.
Scary. That's scary.
There is that moment of stillness, silence that kind of ensues always from battles like these, but that silence doesn't linger, doesn't last, as immediately you hear the clatter of a crossbow hitting the ground, and Esme is rushing over to Par's side. Holy shit, Deimos, get over here! As Par was just like, I'm fine, really. Spits out a tooth, but that'll regrow. As we are out of combat, and we are going to take a 5. So,
Woo!
everyone, slightly extended 5. Be back at 12:45. 3,
Okay.
2,
Wow!
1. All right. Are we ready to continue?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'm trying to pick up my Apple Pencil with my foot. Okay.
Lord, lordy, lordy. Everyone catches their breath. Hell of a fight that y'all just went through, as Deimos is channeling what little magic he has left, administering it to Parvati, who is insisting, despite the fact that she lost a tooth and is otherwise like bleeding through several orifices, is insisting that they're fine. I think anyone who's close enough to Esme just hears, you're full of shit. Just hold still for just a second, all right? And just kisses her forehead very briskly.
I think Juniper is elated right now. He's like, that was the coolest thing ever. He's so happy. I think he goes over to Sasha, even though is Sasha still bloody at all?
No, Sasha's actually fine.
Yeah.
Because I got healed by Deimos.
Juniper fully like goes over and like fucking daps up Sasha and is like, that was so cool! That
You
was
said that out
so
loud.
cool!
You come over, I'm like heavy breathing. I think his fire has now rescinded. He just kind of
Yeah.
looks at you and he goes, yeah, you did a really good job there.
You okay?
Yeah.
You just like went down, but then you like came right back up. You were like exploded in flames. Are you?
I didn't hit anybody, right?
No, well, the hand and holy shit, dude, you fucking killed it.
Sasha, you ask if you hit anybody. You just see out of the corner of your Juniper. You just see Sasha can't see it, but Feka is like putting out a little bit of like a bit of an ember that has caught their hair light.
No, you didn't hit anyone. You're good.
That was.
Come on, man. I'm doing this for him.
Good work. We did good work, Juniper. You did awesome. That's not the word I would use. You did well.
Yeah, that was. Oh shit! I dove through that thing. It was insane.
I know.
Listen, sorry if I'm being too excited right now. Our previous combats ended with me getting a concussion and me having to bury multiple people. This is an improvement.
No, for sure. I'm just. Okay, we're all alive. Everything's good.
Once he's done administering healing to Deimos to Parvati, Deimos was just going to call over to you two. Well done, you two. And I thought that you were the rustiest out of everyone.
Well, rust does cause tetanus.
Give me a charisma check, Juniper.
gonna be charisma saving throw.
Charisma save.
That's a 5 on the die for a 7.
Damon's just listen, eyebrow. What's
Not the analogy I would use, Juniper.
It's
You did well yourself too, Demos.
yeah, pretty nice out there.
Well, all the same. Might have found a photo book that you had there, Sir Valhailey. And I need to sit down with you, Petrikov, about all that, because that was you're still a little bit on fire at the moment. This is, well, if I didn't know better, I would have said that the Glimmerwing has got you right under its wing.
That was just.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah.
I mean, in the sense that.
In the sense that. Yes.
Is everything all right, my friend?
Yes. Sorry, it was just whew. Is everybody all right? Is Parvati all right? I know.
Sasha, you give me deception, real quick.
Yeah. Sasha tries to switch the subject really quick.
No way.
Can I get the help action?
No, this is so funny.
Never mind. I'm not doing that.
The roll's been the roll's been made.
Never mind.
Oh,
I'm not
no!
doing that.
Oh, Sasha.
Hey, Lupo, how does Sasha fuck this up?
I think it's almost. Oh, fuck. Because I think he's like, oh, it's like you almost have the Glimmerwing under your wing. And I think Sasha for a minute goes like absolutely still. Like, so still that it's like, what the fuck? Like, not breathing. And then I think immediately is like, oh, well, I heard Parvati got injured. Is she doing all right? It's like the most obvious fucking switch of all time.
Deimos. Well, Parvati seems to be doing all right. She's a fighter. She, even if she had a hole blown in her stomach, she would stand up and pretend that everything was all right. As someone checked on Azure, as Esme is like, I got it. Hey, come back to me. Come on. As you're kind of shaking off the rage a little bit. Once you're out of it, you're looking Esme dead on. I mean, come on, kiddo. She claps you on the shoulder. Azzy, that was badass.
Thanks.
Really you're riding that hand like a horse. Let me tell you.
I really hope to do that kind of thing more. It just kind of like it just kicked in. Like I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah. Well, look, it's what we've been talking about, right? You don't let yourself get inhibited by you throw away reluctance. Great things are going to happen. That's what we've been talking about, right?
That's right.
Oh yeah, kiddo. As for Jess,
yeah.
What is your first action here, or first instinct, first feeling?
I think Jess is still pretty rattled by what he heard.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, I think imposter is such a hard word for something that he's been carrying around like a burden his entire life. And I think Jess is actually pretty quiet, which is unlike Jess after combat, after any sort of drills. Normally he'd be instantly making his rounds, making sure everyone is, not bleeding out, etc. I think there is still part of Jess that is very much like, okay, my guards look handled. The retinue looks handled. Deimos is a capable healer as well. Beatrice can always support as well. And Jess is kind of gonna go off to where that board is again, and it kind of clearly wants his.
Yeah, you see, Hadass is still confirmed with Manalo over there. As you approach, she offers you a terse nod. My apologies, Sir Hawthorne. Neither Sir Viald nor I were able to discern any means of dispelling what we had just unfolded. We don't think there was any way.
It was a desperate attempt. I ordered it that way. Thank you for the effort. Hadass, can you make your rounds around the camp? Make sure everyone is able to travel.
As you wish. As she goes off to do so, Viald is going to follow, but just kind of offers you a lingering stare. Everything all right?
No. But that is not the matter.
Gonna pat your arm before he heads off to check in with Belport and Cobbleforth.
So I'm seeing something that's just like it's damaged beyond repair, as in like time has gotten to it.
I think I'm gonna let you give you. I'm gonna give you an investigation check with advantage here.
So neutral, because I'm exhausted.
Yes.
Work. Great. Okay. Pardon me. 15 on the die for a 15.
Yeah. I'll give you some stuff on a 15.
Yeah.
You're looking at this monitor and trying to picture it in your head. You ignore your house's mark upon it and just focus on what you think its actual function was. On a 15 investigation, I'm going to also let you do an Arcana check with advantage.
Oh, this is so great, guys, if I wasn't exhausted in this current moment.
Oh, yes.
Okay, a little worse. 12 on the die for 12.
You're looking at the monitor, and the design, the sort of rectangular interface almost, the dials on the side that looks like they were much easier to move once upon a time that are now hanging and useless. One is even missing completely. This was, once upon a time, a magic circle that served a different purpose, you think, than what just happened there. You're thinking about it, thinking about the way the magic has hung on the air all around you ever since you've gotten to Idyres. It's a strange, almost muggy feeling. The way moisture hangs in the air when you're in the jungle in the middle of the summer. What just occurred was not necessarily a direct result of you being in the wrong place at the wrong time, in the sense that it was specifically... You don't think that this place's purpose was to generate these protective measures. You don't think the hands are specifically tied to the function of this place. I think on a 15, you can maybe piece together that this was some kind of magic circle, but for what exact effect, that's not quite clear to you. It hasn't been, you can tell on a 15, it has not been in use in a very long time.
Right.
And I think also on a 15, you notice that there's a little, like, on that rectangular interface, there's also like a little smaller rectangular slot, the size of, honestly, like the size of an iPhone. Something would have slotted in here to make this function the way it did.
This may be so dumb. And I'm thinking real big fork in a socket energy. But is it roughly a sword in diameter too?
Definitely not.
Okay, I mean, iPhone sword, kind of. Okay.
So your specific blade is a little too thin.
Understood.
You think like it's like if you had to guess, like a tablet the size of like a brick cut in half horizontally.
Okay.
You put your sword in 10 lightning damage. I think it's working.
Or alternatively, it becomes a Holy Avenger. I don't know. Thought I had to try. I don't know. Before I call over additional aid here, just because I feel like I'm not the person who should be making Arcana checks on this. The sigil of House Hawthorne on it. Is it the only noble sigil on here? Was this a place that was once... Oh, so this was my family's domain. This is a site that was built by my family.
I think that is an assumption you can make, but I cannot confirm or deny this.
Understood. Cormac.
You see they perk up. They're currently conferring with Deimos, and they look at him, look at you, and just... So Hawthorne.
You are of the arcane practice, is that correct?
That's one way of putting it, yeah.
This is beyond my understanding, comprehension. I'd much rather have your trained eyes on it. And I'll basically kind of walk through what I just learned, being like, okay, clearly this is a magic circle. I'm aware of that in theory, but I was wondering, and I want to give the help action, best I can. Nat 20. That's why I grabbed the wizard. Was that 28 or something like that? 27.
You give them like a good 5 minutes to pore over this monitor. They dust it off, scrutinize it, look into all like the little crannies and see where it's planted. And you see they even do hold on a second. They do a full lap around the circle, kind of examining the perimeter, examining the wall, and looking at some of the broken sandstone, seeing the sigils. They stand up at a certain point and come back to you. Teleportation circle. Almost guarantee it. I remember hearing stories about this in my studies. One of the... I don't think it had ever gotten around to being... Well, I don't believe it ever got to the point where it was properly functional. You're familiar with the fact that Idyres had been making bountiful leaps in magical technology for quite some time leading up to the insurrection. You're well aware.
The arcane capital, yes, I understand that.
I had to guess this site was new around the time that the Grand Creationeer either had begun rising to prominence or around the time they had taken over entirely. This looks a little too new to be ancient, but it seems like the site was being built around the time the insurrection was happening. If I had to guess, this is probably a form of fast, if not instantaneous, transportation, but that slot is probably a key of some kind, only allowing certain people with access to such a, well, for lack of a better word, key, to use it in some case. It seems like this place once upon a time was charged with magic. If I had to guess, probably it's teleported directly into the kingdom itself. That's just my theory, at least. But
better than mine.
The sigil, though, perhaps a marking of who had been responsible for erecting it in the first place. A calling card of sorts. I think they're so locked in, they did not notice your shield.
Yeah. Very well. Does Jess know where Hawthorne's keep would have been? Like, what land his family kind of weaved sway over? Great. So this very well could have been what's left to Jess's inheritance. Is what they're standing in.
Again, assumption.
I have no way of saying that. It's just like
possibility.
In the fact that I can't know for certain kind of makes me inclined to believe it kind of has to be. This is gonna walk off.
I hope that helps.
The information with the others.
Say that again?
I'm gonna say keep investigating, keep as long as you feel you need. I give up.
Are we still planning on making encampment here, or are we perhaps risking further interference?
I mean, how much more sun do we have?
It's around noon.
So we have probably 7 more hours of sunlight to travel, or I guess probably like 6 if we wanted to have time to set a proper camp. That's a question for Queen Beatrice. I'll be ready for whatever the party wants.
Right. And finally, Beatrice. Anything that you're doing in particular here?
Probably just surveying the land. I think it'd be somewhat similar to what Jess was looking at in terms of historical, if she knows anything about this, if we can give her any answers perhaps to what she's looking for. Whom she's looking for. Aside from that though, I think she's just doing the usual, making sure everyone's safe, everyone's ready to go, because she does want to move away from this spot.
Yeah. Give me a history check, as I do think at this point Hadass is kind of offering some directive on Jess's behalf. She's going to everyone, we're going to stay for only just a moment longer so we can recuperate, perhaps eat something before we continue.
I have the wonderful blessing of being burdened with only 18s. This is my third 18 in a row.
Wild.
So 21.
So, under the specific context of, I'm assuming you are looking for some connection to Harry Boy here?
Yeah.
No dice. I don't think you're able to come to quite the same conclusions that Cormac does. You're not quite as well versed on these sort of things. You can tell that this is some kind of ritualistic site used by Idyres at some point. For what, I think you would be lost on you unless you consulted Cormac yourself. But I think when it comes to kind of like trying to tie back like the Gem of Everywhere, trying to tie back, any signs of anything pertaining to Harry Boy, nothing's really cropping up. It's a good roll, but I think that just kind of confirms this seems to be more a vestige of Idyres itself and not so much something pertinent to what you are actively trying to do here.
Gotcha. I don't know if you would let me use the roll. Is there any connection or any mention of like anything about like the Grand Creationeer here?
On a 21, I think on a 21 you would take the time to like really survey the land. And I think at that you would see the Hawthorne sigil. But
Word.
That's just that, the Hawthorne sigil.
Cool.
To your knowledge, the Grand Creationeer had their paws all over Idyres during their brief reign as ruler, but you also don't know what relationship the Hawthorns had with the Grand Creationeer. I'm going to ask one more thing from Beatrice, and that's an insight check.
Cool. Yeah, nope.
Not another 18?
Oh, not another 18. I'm not gonna get much on that.
What'd you get?
I got... Let's see. Insight. It's below a 6. Like, I ain't getting shit.
Jesus, even with your wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are getting a lot of attention and a lot of looks, but I think that's just because you're the queen.
It what? Ooh,
You kind of brush
at me.
I think the fervent ones are offering a lot of like attention. I do think there is even a moment where Parvati comes up to you. Everything well, Your Highness?
Yes, fine. Is something the matter? Am I on fire? Checking her like clothes.
Not currently. No, just precaution. Good to make sure that we all have our bearings and those moments, but I'm glad to see you're all right. Quite a bit of healing you were doing out there. Just wanted to make sure you weren't overextending.
Oh, no, I'm quite alright. I think once we make camp for the night and I get a good night's rest, everything will be back to normal in the morning, which I'm doing fine now. So thank you, though, for your concern.
Well, sure you need it. And their gaze lingers on you just a little bit longer than you would expect it to. But I don't think Beatrice thinks of anything of it on its X.
Question. Is the amulet out?
No.
Interesting. What the fuck is going on, guys? They're conspiring. I'm dead.
Yeah. Beatrice, you don't really think anything of it.
This is a coup. We're gonna get a new queen.
Yeah, guys, shit. Guys.
And that new queen is Juniper Valhailey.
It's all according to plan.
Guys, I was really hoping we would get Conifer Trio on.
Strike 12.
Yo, where's Glory when you need him?
What the hell?
Lord have mercy. All right. I think with that, what is the directive here of the retinue? I think that might be an Aidan/Nolah question, but
Kill Beatrice Lennon.
Personally, Beatrice would want to keep going. I think everyone, at least from like above table, I think everyone is looking fine. I think if we were to get surprise attacked, we would be fine. I think she would want to make a little bit more progress before turning in for the day. I think noontime is a little bit too early for her. If anything, she would probably want a few more hours of travel before settling in for like the early evening. But that's Beatrice's.
I think that's wise. I think
Yes, I think.
there isn't much for us here, and at the end of the day, we are on a timeline, right? Like we can't just fuck around in Idyres without a kingdom being like they died. Like I think I will say Jess is very much keeping an eye on the horizon for any like additional structures. Not that we'll go to them just to see if this is truly all that's left of this area.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah. For everyone's pack up, Renly packs up. I think once everyone has gone through some rations just to, refuel. And from there, I think Jess, with one last fleeting glance at this site, all the thoughts of what may have been once upon a time, what could have been, it's lost on you, and there's maybe a certain feeling of tragedy there. But I think with one last sweep of your hand across the monitor, you set off and leave it in your wake. Gonna do a little more travel. You can stop this? Gonna do a little more travel. I'm going to need a survival check from every one of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put your results in the chat.
La, 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 la.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. A lot better than last time. Holy shit, guys. Well,
I'm exhausted.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I think I saw the last footprint of my family that remains, and it's a ruin.
Yeah.
crash out. Crash out.
Oh.
Well, here's the good news. Everyone else passed. Much better roll than last time, that's for sure.
Great. I'm happy for y'all.
Jess, I think that between the stresses of the fight, the physical fatigue that you're suffering, the rattling of the word imposter across the recesses of your mind, you are distracted, and I think noticeably distracted at that, which may be the impetus for everyone else to kind of kick up their game and take up a little bit of slack. I think, in particular, Juniper and Sasha, where you guys have sort of been trailing, I think there is kind of an unspoken agreement for you guys to take a little more initiative, take a little more lead. And the fervent ones let you. I think that you sort of notice, like, that fight definitely painted the two of you in a very different light to those who weren't aware. Even some of the members of the retinue, like Vecra and Manalo, who weren't really, they didn't know your game like that. And though they were aware of, they were aware of some things like Sasha's mantle, I think honestly, Juniper, without even rolling insight, with a little bit of smug glee, you can kind of tell that everyone outside of the party did not know you had that in you, and are pretty impressed. And I think that's like a bit of a motivation boost for you to not only take some lead, but take some lead in a way that actually means something. As you start, between the two of you and Azure, whose instincts are already really solid, things start moving along pretty nicely, I would say. As you guys are traveling, anything that you guys would like to keep an eye out for, either on the horizon or within your own party? Aidan, you mentioned wanting to keep an eye out for structures. Tam?
I'm keeping an eye out for robot parts.
Mm-hmm. Beatrice?
I'm keeping an eye out for structures as well as possible signs of heavy belly.
Give me... I'm going to say that's going to be perception checks for Jess and Beatrice, investigation checks for Juniper.
Wonderful.
Anything from Sasha or Azure?
Azure's probably clued into if there is any sort of movement that shouldn't be there. Basically, is like still a bit on edge from the fight, worried about holy fuck, and is just keeping an eye out for any other threats.
I was gonna say, I think Sasha's probably doing the same because Sasha just got throttled, so is probably also looking to see if anything else is gonna pop out of the sand.
I was gonna say Jess did roll a natural 20 and a 19 with disadvantage for a dirty 20.
Holy shit! And then Sam got a dirty 20 as well. I'll get perception checks from Sasha and Azure as well. Goddamn, Nolah! Holy shit!
I had my one fumble.
I cannot
and
make
now
this
I'm
shit
back
up.
on my
I
game.
cannot make this shit
I'm
up.
bringing us together.
I cannot make this shit up. I cannot
Guys,
make
we
it
stopped the
up.
calamity. We stopped the
We stopped the
calamity.
calamity!
Okay, so
War's over. Sasha got that one! We completely missed over that!
So, okay, to be clear for the VOD, Dirty 20 from Juniper, Dirty 20 from Jess despite having disadvantage and a +0, Nat 20s from Azure and Beatrice. Sasha got a nat 1.
I imagine Jess did something like really sexy unintentionally, and Sasha just goes,
Jess is just looking like bloody, not bloody, but like beat up and disheveled and sexy, and Sasha's, I can't.
Sasha is...
You alright?
Sasha is...
You alright there, buddy? You're looking a little... Are
Sasha's
you getting motion sickness from the camel? You alright?
It's just, everything's taken a lot out of me today.
Got a little bit of... And there's like drool going down. You got a...
crazy.
Nose is bleeding.
Okay, so just to back up for a second, Jess and Beatrice were looking for structures. Juniper was looking for automaton parts. What was Azure looking for?
Any sort of threats, or danger.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to... Take me give me a second to think about what 2 nat 20s and 2 dirty 20s between all these things would mean.
Alright guys, I'll say
Very
this.
fair.
And the clouds part, and we see every single element of Idyres.
We've won Candor, yeah.
Grand creationer slowly descends.
we just glitch into the final boss of the game. We just no-clip. We speedrun. So you know how
this is the last session of Candor by Candlelight.
Actually, this is the finale right now.
No, this is the last session.
And Sasha dies.
Okay.
He takes off his helmet slowly. Magnolian appears.
Harry Boy has being like a fursuit in Magnolian's inside of
With
it.
Magnolian's daughter the whole time.
Magnolian's dead
Harry
daughter.
Boy,
the
Harry Boy,
whole
is your
time.
smile stitched?
Tommy, we're giving you plenty of time to think.
And no quiet.
Real good.
Okay. Everyone shut up.
Mute us if you have to.
I'm going to honor these in a certain order, but I'm going to honor all of these.
You don't have to honor mine.
What are you looking for, Sasha? Remind me.
Danger.
Yeah, something's dangerous, alright.
His muscles are just really dangerous to me specifically.
God.
Sasha, after the conversation with Juniper, you remind yourself to cross your legs. Everyone else.
On a horse? You
On a
can't.
camel.
Psalms for...
On a camel. I'm already scared. It's fine.
Juniper. It's hours and hours later. I think the sun is just starting to make its way across the horizon, coloring the sky a faint gold. You're thinking to yourself, what parts could you possibly be looking for here? You have some references, some drawings that Inea provided you, but it's a little hard to play the archaeologist and try and, like, sift through the sands of every mile that you cross of this desert without, trying to compromise the distance you're making and compromising your own attention to your surroundings. You mastered your mind. That's crazy. Give me 1 second. That's really scary, holy shit.
What?
Okay, I'm chill.
Scared? As your camels begin to crest over a hill, I think that this whole time, Jess and Beatrice, you guys have noticed other smaller structures or remains of structures in the distance, but you haven't really engaged. A similar looking ritualistic circle here, a hollowed out temple with part of the roof blown open so you can still see basically everything that was in there. Little craters and divots, remains of buildings here and there. What might have been once upon a time farms or otherwise little settlements for those who lived with a little bit of distance from Idyres, the kingdom. I think as this is happening, Juniper, your eyes drift towards the sand floor. You're thinking to yourself, like, when could you go off at a certain point to maybe investigate once things are a little more packed up? Could you do what you had done yesterday and start working to maybe split off? You look down and you see a very strange looking set of footprints. Elongated and gnarled and three-toed. Certainly not humanoid, but not reptilian either, with the almost perfectly shaped imprint being made into the sand. Not a reptilian, it's not a dinosaur.
Why can't it be? No.
It is no mark of a reptile or an avian or anything markedly humanoid.
Do I recognize it as the thing that caved my skull in?
I think on a dirty 20 there's a passing resemblance.
I think seeing that footprint, our mission here, do we have a specific location that we're going to?
The Remain.
The Remain. And we know where that is, 1000%.
It's kind of like the furthest northern edge of Idyres.
Cool. So if we were to take like a different path, would that be out of the question?
I think that depends on the path, but I think on that same dirty 20, you notice that the footprints are leading. There are more of them. A lot of them have been covered up by the sand, so it's not an even trail. But I think, like, you can see that there is a line that's not too far off from the direction that you're going.
I think I will. Who's our guide? Who's leading us? Who's our guide right now?
I think Jess with an asterisk.
Fair enough. I think that I will kind of bring our candle up a little bit more. After kind of like pointing it out to Sasha and being like, "These footprints. What are you looking at?"
Huh? Footprints? Where?
Anyways. No, keep daydreaming back there. And is going to lead the camel up, to like the head of the line, close to Jess, but also close to Deimos and like whoever is leading the pack for the
Fervent ones.
one. I get them in the Sparts. Anyways, for the fervent ones.
Also, Baker, you're Jess and Beatrice as well, because we're on the same camel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, you guys see those two? Footprints. Seemingly going in the same direction we're going. Multiple sets.
Judge.
They're not an exact match, but they do have a resemblance to our metal friend.
They being pointed out to us, do we also see it, or is it like very...
I think once you point it out, yeah, and...
I point out specifics, yeah.
I think, Beatrice, you... The dominoes are lining up. You look down at the footprints, kind of draw an approximate line in the distance, and you see... You squint your eyes a little bit, and you can see, like, in the far distance, like about an hour or two away, the shadow of a very different kind of structure seems to loom ahead. A massive hill of sandstone jutting out. It kind of looks like the beginnings of a cliff of sorts that sort of drops off on its own back onto the sort of even ground that you're walking upon. But it seems to be in that general direction. And I think on a natural 20, I think the thing that catches your eye is that there's the faintest glimmer of firelight in the distance.
She's gonna relay this to Jess. Because I'm assuming it's the same traveling situation, but I think Beatrice would insist that Jess is on the camel with her this time.
Yeah.
Okay, period.
This was just exhausted, so now he's definitely on the camel.
Yeah. I think it just like taps his shoulder. There's firelight in the distance. It looks like there's a structure that is not necessarily close. And she's gonna look to Juniper. It looks like the tracks are leading there. I think we should be on our guard in case the firelight is perhaps an unwanted visitor or someone awaiting our arrival without the purest intentions.
Is this a place where we want to investigate or set up camp, or are we trying to get away?
I think we got to get out of vision. I think immediately this is gonna most subtly as he can. I want to find. I know where it's a desert, so there's not a ton of stuff to If we can see the castle can see us. If anything, they can see us better than we can see them. And I think that's just as instantly aware of that fact. That is the point of attack.
We should certainly get most of our numbers out of the way. Yes.
You see it, and then I think it's time to pull up camp because I don't think we can move in closer to this point without being completely compromised. And I want time to think over what we know, what we just learned, etc. Is there any? I think Jess is also kind of. You said you Deimos aside with us, or you spoke to Jess and Beatrice at this moment?
I went up to I assumed that Deimos was in the front with you guys.
You went up to the leadership. You went.
Yeah. Whoever is the leadership, pretty much. Yeah.
They get time we set up camp as discreetly as possible. I think it's maybe even a matter of really burn a function. And I will kind of have Deimos relay that to Esme, have the more scouting minded people instantly start peeling off and starting to go about finding us a safe spot to camp.
And he's right next to me, but I'll relay that to Sasha because he's probably not.
Because I'm not listening. I was like, yeah.
I was just like, doesn't the sand look so pretty?
Wow.
Reminds me of your eyes. I mean,
yeah, I think Esme leads you guys to not a crater, but somewhere that's a lot lower in altitude. That's still a good distance from these little strange signs of life. You start setting up camp at a certain point, and I think Esme goes up to Jess and Juniper as this is happening. So what do we think then? Do you want to just keep out of the way? Because, frankly, I think my question is who the hell is going to be out here in the first place? Anyone who's going to be wandering around this desert, if they don't have a mission, is looking for a death wish.
Where they
Your
are.
Majesty, if I may.
Sorry, what did you just call me?
Oh, wait, I thought Beatrice was here. My bad.
Oh, she went up to Juniper and Jess specifically.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't do anything that he doesn't approve of.
That is correct.
Well, if you want to let go of the leash for a moment.
Line of command. Whatever, sure.
I do have a bit of interest in what is inside that area.
I'm sure we all have interest.
Well, we don't all have the stealth.
That is of concern.
It's a nice thought, but it's not hard to hide out here. I mean,
right.
She gestures out to the open desert before you.
I think we have to rest. We are unknowing of what we are going into. It would be foolish to go off the heels of this battle and into the next. Potentially.
Yes, no, that's fair. We don't know what to expect in there. It could be an army of them. We saw multiple footprints.
Or it could be some very, very powerful folks. This is not a place you just live casually.
Indeed. Not one I would choose to live in competitively, either.
Esme punches your arm. Well, I'm going to finish our preparations then, and if any of you decide to change your mind, tell me so I can talk you out of it, as she offers you, both of you, a nod before heading off to finish preparations and set up a campsite.
Now, were we told what the remain looked like?
It is a massive, panopticon.
Yeah, this is
like
not
it's
this.
not the remain.
Not
I think you're at the point where, very distantly, you can almost see the shadow of the remain, but you're still a couple of days out.
Okay.
Very cool. Okay.
I do think this is a conversation that we must have with at least the Queen, but I think this is a full conversation with the retinue.
By all means.
Well, I think this is at least Deimos. I'll pull in Sasha. Beatrice is dead.
God's sake, Nolah.
But I think Deimos, I think Esme setting up camp. So, Parvati, Parvatai, that feels like the kind of leadership of the fervent ones. I'll have Azure as well. I think maybe it's just a fondness for Azure. That just is
I insist.
Well, in fairness, he just did a shit ton of that last fight, so I feel like he's earned his say in the next.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hold that meeting.
This is also hushed toned. I think this is as literally hey, the sun is setting, but we need to make sure we are being as covert as possible.
I suppose, and of course, by all means, if this is a stupid plan, stop me, but do we not want to know what's in there? Or do we want to let it surprise us? I could potentially get in and out of there, and maybe with someone else who's a little more stealthy. Just to get a sign of what we have to expect.
Scouting mission.
Anyone else?
Not a bad idea.
Our numbers are small.
Well, we shouldn't have more than one or two other people.
Can we afford one or two others? We have a long journey there and a long journey back.
Well, I can go alone, but, it would be nice to have someone to fall back on.
You are of asset to the caravan as well.
Alright, well. I'll do my
I think
best.
it's a bad idea. I think we must truly weigh our options here.
I'll go under cover of night. Definitely better for my own purposes if I'm not doing this in broad daylight.
I mean, please others weigh in here, but
I don't know if anyone else has invisibility or pass without trace or anything. Yeah.
Just a +4.
I have a -1 to stealth. And disadvantage.
Clank, clank, clank.
Clank, clank, clank.
Yeah, I have a +2, which is not.
Yeah, no.
Frankly, the best person to send you with would be Esme.
I was about to ask if
honestly,
Esme does have some sort of.
Yeah,
I don't know how stealthy Esme is.
Esme doesn't have pass without trace. I will say Esme has a stealth of +4, and what is it? +4. No, that's Parv's. Parv has a stealth of +4. Esme +5.
Not a bad people to send you with.
Even just someone to maybe not go in, but someone I could report to and be like, "Hey, I'm dying."
Could I ask a really quick above the table question?
Yeah.
On the natural 20 that I got for the perception check, would there have been any sign if the fire was man-made, if it was a campfire, or
if you had to
guess,
eternal? It looked like it was from really far away. If you had to guess, it was probably natural.
Natural? Ooh, so not man-made.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. When I mean natural, I mean non-magic.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Someone built a fire. It's not natural.
Someone built a fire. It's
Yeah,
not a
someone-
fire spell.
yeah. Interesting. Okay. Then Beatrice would definitely make note of that to everybody, just because.
In my head, I'm like, it's a volcano.
Yeah, I thought it was like some like fire temple. I fully thought this was like Legend of Zelda. We were about to like enter like an elemental thing. So good to know. Great to know. Because unless anyone else has anything off, Beatrice would probably step in. Yeah.
You are the queen.
You are the
Period.
I think. Are there any other members of the Fervent Ones? And at this conversation, did you say, Aidan?
Deimos and Parv are here.
I think Deimos straight up says, "You are the queen, are you not?"
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yes.
Just getting used to it.
Right. Thank you. I'm weary of the fact that from what I saw, and please take this with a grain of salt as it was quite some distance away, is that it looked man-made. It didn't look arcane or magical of any sort, so I do think there is somebody here, and in my initial plan of wanting to come in the first place, it was to lure just in case there was anybody who was perhaps here that shouldn't have been here, or somebody who was looking for something more so to bring the danger to us, knowing that we could handle it. And I do not know, but I think it would be best to send people who are not only able to sleuth out the structure that they are settled in, but also to perhaps act upon them if that needs to be. If any actions against them need to be taken, if they are.
I'm more than healthy, Your Majesty. I think I could handle myself out there. And if not, I'm quite good at running away.
I would be happy to offer myself as well, Your Highness. I have quite a bit of training with acrobatics, but I also believe that, as Valhailey has mentioned, my ability to make a getaway might be stronger than that of others who might be willing to offer themselves.
Is this Cormac talking?
This is Parvati.
Oh, it's Parvati. Okay, cool.
Cormac's not here.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say Juniper was gonna have feelings about that, but no, that's cool.
Then I think it is something that we can begin planning, making sure that there are ample resources dedicated to this. Healing potions, anything that you may need for the trek. I do think that we should walk with you, at the very least. I think we should get somewhere not only out of sight, but closer in case anything is to happen where we're not such a distance away. I think, though, it is in our best interest to investigate it, as long as we are prepared to do so with the people that we have.
My queen.
Sounds all right by me.
My only hesitation. 2 people cannot take a tower. As you are certainly aware, they are the most defensible, especially on flat terrain such as the desert.
Well, we can make a way in for others.
Can you? Can you guarantee that, not knowing what is there?
Maybe not. But at the very least, we're able to get in and out, figure out what's going on, relay that information to you all, rather than us getting surprise attacked.
Yes, but dare I say, if we leave our shelter currently without knowing what is there, they will have easier access to us than we will them. And what do we do if say we do see something of interest by the scouts? It's not like we can just charge them. I believe it's to our knowledge to know what is inside of there, not for action, but for reconnaissance.
I think also the risk outweighs the...
I do have some agreement of, let's not go in with the aim being destabilization or taking down the fortress fully. Our priority should be information, because that is the thing that we are desperately lacking right now.
It is unlikely these are going to be allies.
And I think we should go in knowing that, and I do agree with you, Jess. Sir Hawthorne, that it is something of importance, or it's something to note that I do agree with you that there should be more than 2 people who are there. God forbid it's somebody or something or someone who has others with them. I think the risk right now is greatly outweighing the reward. Perhaps if we have a few more people that are to join, even if they're just posted outside waiting, I think if we are stealthy and we play our cards right in getting there, they will remain undetected at least.
We are a caravan of how many people? Is my only concern.
I mean, if you need someone who is pretty stealthy but can still, take a few good hits,
It might not be bad to have Azure as a fall off.
So just for the sake of moving things along, I do want to ask, are we approaching a plan here?
Yes.
I think there's a disagreement here, but I think again, it's a plan. A plan's a plan.
Right.
I don't think it's wise to have a large group move forward. And I don't think it's even smart for us to move closer to the tower. I think we just have to send people the full distance on their own.
I think that the plan right now, from what I'm understanding, is like Juniper, Parv, maybe, and then Azure as like a fallback, like keeping a little bit of distance in case a struggle does break out. And sorry, Nolah, if you had anything to add to that.
No, I think that is I think the plan is that all of us do want to send some people to this structure. I think the disagreement is coming from how many.
How many?
I think Beatrice would be able to agree on like 3 at least. And I'm hearing that is a number that is being floated around and already like in tension or in conversation. So I think the plan is secure. Like, I think that is something that wants to be done.
I think we do need to settle on the logistics because we do have a lot to get to this session.
I will say we should keep someone in middle distance too. So maybe like Esme is kind of scouting the scouting party, right? Yeah. So if they like send out a distress signal, we can know that they need backup, or we can proceed from
Perfect.
There.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
And then I'll say camp because I am exhausted and I feel like I'd be a burden.
I will say a camp too.
Great.
Yes.
Night begins to fall. Jess, Sasha, Beatrice, you and the rest of the retinue are keeping your heels dug. But to be clear, Juniper, Azure, Esme, Parvati are our little squadron, with Juniper and Parvati kind of actually leading the charge.
Yeah.
And Esme staying up at watch, keeping an eye on them from afar.
Mm-hmm. Juniper, Parv, Azure. Sorry, Juniper and Azure. As night begins to fall, you blink exhaustion out of your eyes. Stretch and face your sights towards the looming maw, this massive structure that you can't entirely discern what it is from a distance. The firelight's gone out, so there's only this looming shadow far, far away. You do, Juniper. Parvati rolls up her sleeves, leaves anything that jingles at the campsite. Shall we then?
It's a shame. And I take off my cape, kiss it, and put it back.
Yeah, Esme takes it. I'll take good care of it.
Hey! It's custom! Anyways. Sorry.
Swear to God, it's like babysitting. As Parvati's already making some headway ahead of you, and she just, without even looking back at you, gestures for you to follow them.
Cool. Wonderful. Yeah, following behind.
I'm going to need stealth checks from both Juniper and Azure. So
can I get a help action on that from Parv? Because I'm like...
Everyone's rolling individually.
Fair enough. I was also going to ask if anyone had like enhance ability or anything. That's fine. Ooh. Probably not needed.
Azure, you still have a Bardic.
Oh, what is Bardic again? What die is that?
D6. Add it to your roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that because that was a little lower than I had hoped. Well,
great. Juniper, you are moving like a shadow on this desert.
I'm so used to this, like, sneaking around. I don't know the, like, layout of this temple, but even just knowing, like, uh, Castle Ardor, like so
Well,
well.
you're on your way. You're on your way to the structure, which, to be clear, we have not actually established as a castle or a temple or a tower.
Cool, wonderful.
But all the same, this is for your trek there in the open desert.
Yes, fair enough.
And on that end, oh, Esme rolls with advantage. What am I talking about? That's better.
Oh yeah.
Juniper, you are moving like a shadow across this desert. You are moving with speed and with precision and without kicking up even a single grit of sand. I think Azure and Esme are a little more lumbering in stature, so you have to put a little more work into actually, doing that kind of movement without drawing attention, but keeping low to the ground, keeping your movements as precise and as minimal as possible, you're able to keep up. Parv is actually the one that has a bit of a hard time. I think that some of the fatigue from getting the wind knocked out of her so hard earlier has taken a bit of a toll. But I think at a certain point, Esme whispers, like, as quietly as possible, "If you need me to carry you, I'm happy to." But you guys begin to approach the hill. And out of curiosity, from your angle, you are seeing this steep cresting hill that sort of hangs over what looks like a underhang that you cannot fully make out from where you stand. Are you going up the hill or around it?
Does it look like there's like a steep fall off for this hill? Cool. I think I gotta go up, yeah.
You guys climb the hill. It's steep for sure. I think like at its peak, it's a good 30-foot drop. But you quietly slink up the hill. You look down and you smell smoke, and you can actually see a very faint ribbon of smoke lifting up from what looks like the remains of a very dry-looking campfire.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is moving at the campsite. From above, you see a slender-looking human woman with hair cropped to her shoulder and bronze skin, tending to what's left of the fire, and you see that she has been cooking something. The smell of a roasted bird. You see with a basket filled with what you can only seem to be food that she has prepared. She turns back to the sort of waiting maw of the underside that you cannot see, and disappears into it, out of sight. You can't really see much else of her person from there.
Oh, shit. Okay. So is this like an open, field area?
What do you mean?
Sorry, I'm a little confused of what the structure of this area is.
You are looking down, kind of peering down overhead of what looks like to me maybe the entrance of something, but again, from where you are standing, you can't actually tell what it is the entrance to.
Very cool. Okay. Seeing that entrance, could I make a check to see if there's any other entrances to this building? Or the structure?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
That's cocked. Another 16 on the die. That's a 21.
You kind of tap your foot against the hill slightly, and through the sand you feel something hard.
I'll uncover whatever I find.
You start digging. It's gonna take you a second to fully uncover it, but as you do so, Juniper, you hear a low voice over the faint winds circling around you in the desert, and I think Azure hears this as well. a low growl. As you hear Esme go, "Oh shit." Having noiselessly climbed up the hill after you can only imagine. A creature that looks almost like an oversized blue lion. Wild cerulean fur whipping around its face in the winds. One of its eyes is bandaged. You can see the other is a piercing white. Almost mammoth-like tusks. And you see this creature is letting out a low, almost territorial growl. And we're going to cut away. As Juniper Azure, the last thing you see before we cut away, the wind is beginning to kick up around you. Back at the campsite. Gotta change the music real quick. Here's my question. Who is on watch right now?
I'd say that Sasha is probably... I don't know if he's explicitly on watch, but I definitely think he's, like, watching them. Like, I don't think he's, like, you know...
I think Jess is, simply put, not eligible to be on watch tonight. I think, like, Jess probably is like, I'll keep watching, but also was like, shut the fuck up.
Absolutely. You like, start to get up from your tent, and she just puts a hand on your shoulder and sits you back down.
You
There are plenty of us who can take. There are plenty of us who can take over. You need your rest.
Let me know if anything happens. I will recede into my tent. But I think probably it's like Hadass or Nolah or someone of the retinue, and then maybe one of the favorite ones as well.
You want to let me be awake so bad.
If you want to be on watch, you can. Like, I'm not.
Sasha's on watch. Sasha's on watch. Sasha, you're alone on watch. I think right now with Deimos, and a bit of awkward quiet between the two of you, as you're looking around, kind of just keeping your eyes on the horizon. You've lost Juniper and the rest of them at this point. They're too far away for you to see. And Deimos starts talking. So, where exactly did you learn all that pyromancy anyway?
Fuck, maybe I shouldn't have gone on watch. I really, it just kind of, this is going to sound crazy, it just kind of came to me. I didn't really study it.
So you're benefiting?
I mean, I'm studying for it.
You're benefiting from someone?
No,
I was going to say, I didn't take you as the holy type.
No, I'm not really. Though, I mean, if I respect, obviously, I know that people, no, I just, it's just something I can do. I'm trying to learn how to use it better, I guess.
Sorry, is it just me? And sure enough, you hear... The winds are starting to kick up around you. Is this normal for this place, do you know?
I have no idea. I mean, I know it gets colder at night in deserts. That's not really... This feels odd.
Hold. As you see sand begins to kick up from all around you. As Deimos stands up, has his blade drawn, but you see the sand is beginning to coalesce a little bit and begins to gather in on itself. You see that it slowly begins taking shape, the shape of a face, as standing at around 20 feet tall, the neck and head of what looks like a massive reptilian bust, almost. Formed completely out of sand, with rippled horns and fins and spikes all across its body and neck. A little bit, yeah. Without the cunty earring, but as what business do you have trespassing across these islands? Oh. And I think everyone's like, what the fuck? Everyone is currently...
This is at camp. This isn't in the temple? Holy fuck. Well, someone has to wake up Jess.
Yeah.
Jess, you're awake, I think.
Work. Jess fumbles out of his tent.
Sure enough, through golden glowing eyes, what looks like a sand-carved dragon's head is staring down at you. An encroachment. A rare sight around these parts. Who leads your ranks?
Does Beatrice not? Is Beatrice like hiding at this moment? Is Beatrice like?
No. I think realistically, she would say herself. Probably takes like a step forward. They're under my command.
It lets out an exhale of sand dust particles. And you feel that scrutinizing gaze. It tilts his head ever so slightly to the left. Curious. You share his horns. You come on behalf of the king.
I carry the remembrance of him.
Does anyone else have anything?
Yeah, I think at this moment, like understanding that we are not in an area who would favor the king well, the king of Ardor well, Jess is going to step forward. She travels not alone. I'm on native land, and I think Jess presents his shield. Not like full on like in front of him, but definitely like flashes it a little bit.
I'm gonna say, give me a persuasion check with advantage, Beatrice. As we'll treat that as a help action.
Cool.
Great.
That's a natural 20 on the first roll.
Holy
That's
shit!
Jess, get in here!
On a nat 20, Nolah, how do you seal the deal here?
I think she looks to Jess. She's standing next to Jess now, mind you. I come in remembrance of him, but also knowing what he has done. And it is with this that I hope to make things right.
I mean, well earned that 20, because that's probably the best thing you could have said.
Period! Ah!
The dragon narrows its eyes. You share more than just his horns. Where does Aldrich Panacaea wander then, if he himself refuses to face us?
I think if Beatrice is Beatrice being quiet, or are you just thinking Nolah?
I think she would be. I think Beatrice is quiet because she is thinking. Because no one has presented her with the knowledge that they don't know that her father is dead.
I think at this moment, if seeing Beatrice not instantly respond, Jess is gonna step forward. There is no longer a king in Ardor. This is the queen. And who may you be? And I'm going to divine sense, just by chance.
No.
All right, chance.
One of these days, Divine.
One day, trust.
One day.
The laugh tears across the sky in sheer volume, and sand begins to whirl around you once again as it is, yeah, literally Juniper, rising almost in pillars around this creature. So then, it's gone.
He is.
And you are what remains.
I am.
Interesting. And it turns towards you, Jess. Very interesting.
My question still goes unanswered.
There is a pensive moment of thought from this creature. You see, it scrutinizes everyone else. Given that it seems you've already a vested interest in our whereabouts, I can offer you more than just name. The head begins to dissipate, falling into nothing but sand. And out of the corner of your ear, you hear something, a soft little skittering. From behind a little, like, a sandstone boulder that had been set down a few ways away from the camp, you see a pair of tiny little claws emerge from behind, and the head of a very skinny-looking copper kobold pops out. Well, I hope you you all enjoyed the spectacle of it all. As she vaults herself over the rock, and you can see her in clear picture now. She is about 2.5 feet tall with silver horns and a golden belly. You see that she is wearing naught but a pair of withered trousers and a necklace with a faded-looking crimson gemstone around her neck. She's got 2 little daggers hoisted, and you see that that gemstone is like glinting ever so slightly before fading entirely as the sand completely dissipates. One moment. Oh, what does this do this pronouns again? Yes.
Yes? Pronouns are yes?
Yes, and.
Aw. Woman! No.
She peers at you through scrutinizing yellow eyes. Well, this is news indeed. You, Queen of Ardor, yes?
That is correct. Who do I have the pleasure of making an acquaintance with?
Alavesti, great Alavesti. This is an unusual set of circumstances to be encountering the Royal of Ardor for the first time. I imagined it would be with a little more fanfare.
I assure you no fanfare is needed. We are just simply traveling.
So it seems. Well, she looks back at you, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Eyebrow raised. You seek answers. We shall provide. You see, she flexes her claws, and sand begins to rise from underneath you guys, and she looks over. What do you have to join us?
Name first. Oh, she gave her name. Never mind. I'm so.
It's been about 2 minutes since I've offered it to you.
Yeah, just walk in.
Enough talking.
Reloop. How much choice do we have?
Depends. How willing are you to explain yourselves as well?
I have nothing to hide.
You best hope. So how many of you am I taking with me, anywho? Should this seems like a lovely camp. I wouldn't want to interfere with your craft in too much of an inflammatory manner.
Where do you plan on taking us? Is the question.
I would like all of you to meet. She gestures towards where your party members had gone.
We travel as a caravan. If we must go by foot, we will go by foot.
Well, I'd be happy to save you the trouble.
Very well, then.
Best hope your footing is firm. And the sand below you begins to move at the rate of what feels like a wave approaching the shore towards the hill. I will say she moves most of you together. I think she holds Jess for just a moment and is just going to clamber up to you and look up at you. Quite the sigil you've got there, my friend. Quite the sense as well. Quite the sense as well.
I'd best be going to my queen.
One moment. She reaches up, offers you a claw.
A very hesitant, gauntleted hand goes into it.
You touch hands with Grit. Magic rushes all throughout your body, kind of kicking at you a little bit, as if looking to get out. So you are one of us. Very interesting. Sorry, I don't think I caught your name, my friend, as she clambers down from the little pillar of sand that she's risen you up upon.
You know my sigil, clearly.
Well, figured it would be worth asking.
Jessamine Hawthorne.
Hawthorne. There's so many sigils nowadays, it's hard to keep track. Well, Jessamine Hawthorne, you're going to have quite a bit to answer to. Best be ready. As you begin getting pulled towards the temple, a little bit faster so it's in pace with the rest before she herself lets herself get carried by the dunes. Juniper and Azure, back to you for but a moment, I will say. You are facing down this monstrous-looking creature, something that looks kind of on the precipice of lion and saber-toothed tiger. It's growling, its fur standing on end. Juniper, Azure, which one of you acts first, and what is your first instinct?
The thing that I'm feeling under me, is it an entrance?
No, but you can tell like you haven't made quite as much headway on.
Okay. It clearly can see both of us. It's like behind us, right? It's not like in front of us.
Yeah, if you were to run down the hill, you would have to pass by this creature.
If I were to run down the hill, I'd have to. Okay. I think I'm just heading towards the temple. I think I just want to get inside.
So when you say heading towards the temple, is that heading towards the temple as in dropping down the 30 feet and trying to kind of land where you had seen that woman before and make your way inside, or is that passing by this creature to descend the hill?
I think that I do think that I kind of just need to like pass by this creature a little bit. Yeah.
Great. You are the first one to act, and I think you straight up hear Juniper, what the hell? As you are going to try and dart past, it is going to try and lash out.
I can disengage.
That you do, as you kind of like twirl
Disengage
out of the
and
way.
dash. I'm going all the way.
Yeah,
And
you
I
twirl
just
out of the way.
and I just go like as I'm going to Esme, I just say, "Trust me." And I'm going like as far as I can to try and get inside.
So you're going all the way down the hill.
Yeah.
Juniper, you're vaulting down, sand tumbling all around you, as you hear Azure, you hear the creature snarl and begin tearing off after Juniper. As Juniper, I'm going to need a dexterity check from you.
Wonderful.
I'm going to say you're going to have to beat a dirty 20.
Yeah, no, that's not quite gonna do it. I got a 7 on the die for a 12.
Not going to do it. As
Yeah.
Juniper, you tear down the hill. It's clumsy and with a little less speed than you would prefer. And running in the sand is very different from sneaking. You're finding yourself getting like kind of caught up a little bit. Needless to say, you don't get very far by the time you reach the end of the hill. As you're trying to like sort of you make your way down, begin sort of trying to make your way around, you feel yourself get pinned down by this creature who has pounced upon you and is now digging its claws into your shoulders. You can feel its breath in your ear as it has you pinned. I'm going to say either Juniper can do something here or Azure can do something.
Azure, upon seeing that, is immediately, as soon as that beast tears off, because Azure's first instinct was not going to be, I'm going to be hostile against this thing, because that's Azure. But again, seeing someone they're traveling with, a companion, whatever, that is now in danger, a similar, not as intense, but there's a snap into focus, and I think fully following behind this beast, and if possible, I think once it has Juniper pinned, I think Azure would try to take a swing. Or do I think Azure would actually no, I should save that. Yeah, Azure, I think, would try to take a swing against this thing.
Go for it.
You got it.
With your fist or with your axe?
Oh, with my axe. With my axe. So that comes to an 18 to hit.
18's gonna hit.
Amazing. Let me real quick roll. Just a cute, simple D12 plus. Oh, okay. Do I add anything when I'm not in rage?
No, it's just your strength.
Just your strength.
It's just my strength. Oh, okay. That's pretty neat, actually. So, 15, I think.
Oh my god. Yeah.
A solid 15. Just merciless, just slash into this thing with a growl.
I think, Juniper, the impression you get is that this thing is about to bite you, and you feel before it can do so, the claws get pried out of your shoulder. I will say you do.
1 second.
Oh.
You're back.
Okay. Well, my D4 got flung under the bed.
Oh
too,
no!
which is really unfortunate.
Azure hit your D4 out of your hand.
But it doesn't really matter. As Azure, you take a swing with your axe, and it lands in the chest of this creature that you more or less bat away. Juniper, you are going to take 5 piercing damage as the claws did dig pretty deep into your shoulders and are like pried pretty suddenly out. Those temporary hit points are doing you some favors, I think.
Still have a couple.
With 15 slashing damage, this creature tumbles in the sand, now bleeding profusely from its chest.
I owe you one. Thanks for the assist.
I think in the face of this thing growling, Azure is staring it down and is holding out the axe again. Try again.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
You got it.
Oh, yes.
You got it. Ooh, yikes. Okay, not going great so far. Never mind, not doing.
They are just like your father. That is such a Jess move.
I rolled what would have been a 10 minus 1, so that was a 9. And then I rolled a natural 20.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ, Azure.
Holy
Azure starts
fuck.
barking at this lion.
How do you seal the deal on a nat 20?
I think not using a breath weapon, but I do think with a snarl of his own, just and I think there is a little spark of the lightning, as a threat of like, come at me instead. I don't just have metal on my side.
You see the lion flinches away. It is very much still in the mode of territorial, or at least trying to put on, but you can tell that it is now on the defense, especially after. Before it can do, as Juniper and Esme are running up, not Juniper, Parvati and Esme are running up behind the two of you. You both hear another voice call out, Michaelis! Michaelis, as you turn, give me 1 second. All right, well, there goes my music.
I heard someone's boy.
You turn to your right and see, having poured out of the, oh my god, it's so sweeping. Holy shit. This is what I get for trying to like find good music for. Pouring out from where she had previously withdrawn, you see that same human woman in clearer focus, now holding, you can tell, a very eloquently carved spear with a gleaming golden spearhead at the end. Seeing her features a little more clearly, you can see she has red markings all across her face, almost tribal in nature. You can see that they were like painted on in some way. And she is wearing a ragged brown tunic and pants with a pretty nice looking black scarf wrapped around her shoulders. As this woman tears out to investigate the scene with a spear in her hand, and her eyes directly upon this creature who she referred to as Michaelis. Michaelis, down! Down! Dude, I'm not doing this. Back off. As Michaelis...
I know a druid when I see one.
Yeah. Yeah.
As she looks at the chest wound, looks at the axe. Did he harass you for?
He pounced on my. I think there's a bit of a sudden shift of like, oh shit, I hurt someone's pet. If he hadn't pounced on, I'm sorry. If he had my friend pinned, I wouldn't. I'm sorry for hurting him.
You asshole! She slaps Michaelis like on the shoulder, and he just like.
Not too much harm done. It's understandable.
God, I swear, every time someone comes wandering around here, it's like it's hunting season. Though I suppose I am curious now. She now stands up, looking at the four of you. What's your business here?
You first.
It's my territory that you're encroaching upon. I feel like I have the right to ask my questions.
Fair enough. Apologies. We serve the retinue of Queen Beatrice. We were simply approaching and making sure that this area did not contain any enemies of the Crown of Ardor.
Queen? Who now?
The Queen of Ardor.
Queen of Ardor? That's a new one.
Yes, His Majesty, King Aldrich has passed.
Wait, really?
Not exactly a laughing matter.
You'd be surprised.
All right, I think that's given us a good amount. What about you?
So his daughter's the queen now.
One, yes.
Well, I suppose I could give you all the answers I need right here and then, but looks like one of my friends has found the rest of your retinue. Here they come. As sure enough, in the distance, surfing along the sand, you see everyone like, ah, like kind of being
Junie just kind of looks at Azure and the others and is just like, so much for a stealth mission.
Azure looks like they're about to burst into tears because they heard a cat.
Oh.
Azure's like, oh,
I think the human sees you. They're just like, I promise you, don't let it eat at you. You'll understand why.
He'll be fine. Seems like a tough kitten.
The lion growls again, and the human just like snickers, like. They'll figure it out in a bit. As sure enough, everyone is sent sailing across the sand, right up to essentially your front doorstep, Juniper and Azure. As trailing behind, you see the same skinny little kobold sailing on the sands, trailing everyone else. Sala, quite the interesting spectacle that we've picked up here now, isn't it? I'll say. That's news to me, as she points at Beatrice, who has now landed a little unceremoniously in the sand. So is anyone going to say anything, or should I?
She'll get up and like.
You still haven't explained who the hell any of you are.
I think seeing also Juniper, seeing we've been had. Apologies for the informal introduction. We didn't know if we were welcomed here.
Well, still not entirely sure about that part, to be fair, but you hear Grit say, No, I think we like these folks, as she's saying this looking at Jess once again. Is that so? Well, I suppose hospitality has never been our strong suit, but would not hurt to extend. Salaharaya. I would say it's a pleasure, but I'm not entirely sure what the case is at this point. I'm just going to pop their name and pronouns in the chat real quick. As Sala takes in the sight around them. So, if I am not to be mistaken, you're here on official business, Queen Beatrice.
We are seeking passage. We are in hopes of... How should I phrase this? And remind me what the structure is called.
The Remain.
The Remain. I knew it was an R. I wasn't sure if it was the Review or the Remain. Cool.
The Reprison.
The Reprison.
The holding containment. Yeah.
We are hoping to seek passage to the Remain. We have potential business there.
Checks out, I suppose. I can't imagine the seaside is particularly nice this time of year. Well, given that, as comfortable as that little campsite of yours looks, I think we could offer some slightly more comfortable lodgings, if not slightly cramped, if you're willing to accept, of course.
Oh no, we're gonna get one bed trote. No.
Oh, no!
Or we say yes to going into their abode. Your acquaintance, Grit, has been quite conservative with information as to who you are and who your group is.
Well, that's out of necessity. That's out of necessity. I hope you don't take it too personally.
Yes, but I understand you understand the concern. Not many people live out here, and for many good reasons.
We're not going into a stranger's house. Out with it.
Sala stares between the retinue, sets her spear down. We are refugees, vagabonds, and though we are strangers to the Remain, in our own right we are prisoners. Now, I would love to drop as much exposition as you all would need, but I do fear that seeing is believing. Promise we've got no traps left.
Seeing. I was about to ask what is under that hill over there.
I'd be happy to show you all if you are so interested.
Out of curious, how old are these people? Do I think these people who are old enough to be active participants in the insurrection? Or do they seem like they're probably around our age and therefore like would have been kids?
Sala, I think you can tell, is a little bit older than all of you, but only a little. They are like their late 20s.
Ramona's age. So like
Yeah.
Okay.
Grit is about middle-aged.
Ooh. Interesting.
But Sala seems to be the leader. Okay.
Has authority over at least a couple of people.
Yeah. I think I'll message Queen Beatrice. Again, subtle like on the wind. Beatrice kind of hears in her ear a little bit. Queen, what do you think?
She'll message back. If their intentions are pure, and of course we will survey the area that we are going to be camping in, I see no harm that we have more support from the lands, those who are familiar with it, as we continue to travel on it.
Understood.
I will say I'm going to invite everyone here to make a history check.
Right.
And Jess and Azure with advantage.
Oh my god!
Am I still exhausted or did I have enough time to sleep off?
I think you're still exhausted, but not for long. 20, 23, yeah.
I want you to know that I did roll a nat 20, but it was really cocked, so I just fucking rolled it, and I got a 6.
You gotta respect the cock.
You gotta honor the cock.
Sasha's been doing that.
Well, now hold on. Now hold on.
I didn't make that up.
So, Sasha, I think that you've basically gone nonverbal ever since the moment that dragon emerged from the sand.
Sasha was like, I can't take another fight today, and then just immediately shut down. I was like, I can't do this.
I've got to go nonverbal immediately.
I've got to go nonverbal immediately.
Go nonverbal, anyway.
Everyone else. No. In all of the chaos, in all of the rush of encountering that dragon and being pounced on by beasts and seeing people where there shouldn't be people, it's kind of been lost that you are seeing people where there shouldn't be people.
Right.
You welcome the presence of those who don't seem entirely, at this moment, entirely antagonistic towards you. But then you think to yourself, it makes no sense that people are living out here, because how is it possible? Idyres is dry. It's harsh. Most people who have willingly gone haven't come back. And the few that have didn't make it very far. As far as you knew, this place was uninhabitable. There were no civilizations left. That's what the story had gone. That's how the story had gone. And the Myriad had done such a good job of keeping people away from here that it was safe to assume that that was indeed the case. And yet, the roasted bird, the folks who clearly looked like they were in well enough health to use what seemed to be very powerful magic on Grit's end.
Yeah.
Your mind is swarming with questions. And I think Jess and Azure in particular, knowing what you know about Idyres, remembering what you remember, this is particularly anomalous for you two.
I do think Jess is going to shoot a look to Azure to see if Azure's kind of clocking the same, like, what the fuck.
Azure's on the same page, looks kind of knitted brow, but it's confusion. It's not like anger, it's more just what's happening here.
We cannot guarantee we'll stay the night, but allow us a brief moment of rest.
Well, look it up.
Well, look it up.
Lauren first, then. Well, gladly. As Grit, yes, whatever. She leads you all around the corner where you see what looks like right a few paces away from that little fireplace was the wall of a temple that you realize you now understand, Juniper and Azure. It wasn't a hill that you scaled necessarily. This is a temple that has been completely buried in sand.
Intentionally so.
Iron Temple. Very interesting.
This buried temple of golden sandstone has only the faintest sliver of wall poking out from the hill. You see, Grit, the wall parts almost as bricks begin to sort themselves out of the way to form a doorway. She has to do a little bit of extra work to specifically make it big enough for Azure and Esme to fit. You have to forget the extra work. We don't exactly have tall people around here. All right, well, any of you want to do the honors? And Salah speaks up. No, I think Michaela should do it, actually. Hospitality is very important, after all. And the lion... into a shape that is much more humanoid for each of your
Juniper is surprised. Sam isn't.
Shut up. Sometimes as a DM, your players will just not shut the fuck up and announce a twist 20 minutes before it happens, and you have to deal with that.
You're in a party full of DMs. You're fine.
You want me to
I didn't hear shit, so you're good.
That's a druid?
Yeah.
Hey, Aidan, hold still. As the lion, those of you who are more familiar with druids would maybe expect a more drastic shift in appearance. What you see is the crack of bones and the melding of skin and hair, as it more so looks like this creature goes from a quadrupedal lion to something that still very much resembles the form that they had taken, but standing on 2 feet and looking much more humanoid. The mane kind of falls into a very messy sort of clump of blue hair framing his face, and you see that some elements of the form, the feline nose, the massive swishing blue tail remains, but otherwise you see someone who, if you squint, you can tell has orcish features to him. And he is now wearing a blue vest and very undersized looking black trousers. What, so we're not allowed to care about our territory anymore? Is that the... I'm bleeding. We're not going to address that. We'll address it plenty. Go, lead. As Michaelis rolls his eyes, almost a snarl towards the rest of you before he whips around very overdramatically, and heads in first. As Salah put the hand on your shoulder, Juniper, you'll have to forgive him. I would say he's in the mood, but he's kind of always like that.
Not the impression.
Azure actively makes a choked sound and shits a brick basically, because Azure didn't expect that to be a person. So
oh my god, that was a guy!
Oh my god, that was a guy! I don't know which is this is worse or better. He's like, exactly. He's like, oh, I didn't hit a cat. That's a human. Oh god.
Human is exceptionally generous.
Shit, that's a cat and a person. That's way worse.
I do think this is river vibes. This is getting river vibes from Michaelis.
A little bit. As one by one, each of you go in. And I will say in particular, Jess and Azure, you guys are close behind one another. Michaelis is lingering by the doorway as everyone files in. And you... who goes first between Azure and Jess, I will say?
I mean,
not Azure.
It's pretty close to Beatrice. I think if Beatrice is walking forward, then Jess would be going first. If Beatrice is walking behind, then Jess would be going second.
Yeah. Jess, I think Azure is behind Jess in this moment then, as Jess walks in, Michaelis offers him a kind of tentative sniff.
Did you just sniff me? Just pulls his sword.
He raises an eyebrow and his eyes flick towards you, Azure.
Think Verizon is expensive?
Do you think Verizon is expensive?
Do you think Verizon is
I don't use Verizon, I don't know.
Christ.
Is this code for something?
My God. If you're staring at him, he's just going to give you the look of... He pushes you in through the temple. Like,
okay, no.
No.
As I think, Sasha, I think you're the last to make your way into the temple itself, and as Grit closes the kind of flexes her claws again, and the bricks close in on one another once more, Michaelis just kind of stares at you for a second. With a little bit of suddenness and maybe a little bit of unintentional intensity, he kicks off the wall and just takes your hand very quickly and just feels it. Born for a tiefling.
Yes, we are. No.
Is that what they say?
Yup.
The most bombastic eyebrow raise.
I'm average temperature. This is the lion, right?
He lets go. He lets go of your hand, but you see something flickers across his one seeing eye a little, almost like glint of fire.
You know what? Divine sense once we get in this place.
This is gonna be the first one.
The lion does not concern himself.
The lion does not follow. The lion does not concern herself for your lack of charisma.
The lion does not concern himself.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
The lion is concerning himself with something.
That is true.
Most certainly concerning himself.
The lion is concerned.
You, first of all, Aidan, nothing. Sorry. As
I have to keep saying it because one of these days we're going to encounter a fiend, celestial, or undead, and I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be so upset with myself.
And it's going to be so funny.
Yeah, the only thing you sense is Sasha.
Yes, my twink radar. It's going off.
Yes. My twink radar is crazy.
Yeah, I think Michaelis follows you pretty intently, I think, Sasha, as...
Sasha's just like... this is a thing that's happening to me.
Michaelis, what did we talk about with personal space? As, nonetheless, all of you are led one by one through the dark, unlit halls of... You guys are looking around, and it is this once illustrious-looking carved sandstone temple. Everyone give me either a history or a religion check. Tell me what you roll for and what you get in the chat.
Get advantage!
What are we rolling? I'm sorry, my dad popped in.
History or religion, Azure and Jess with advantage.
Ah. Okay.
I'm gonna do this.
Oh, I'm rolling this straight now.
We're all doing history. We all suck.
I got a +0 to both, but...
Is everyone rolling history?
I'm gonna do... It was... Yeah, history. So, let me...
Okay, so Jess went for religion. So...
You gotta go for religion.
Thank you, Jess. Somebody had to.
Hey, and not the cleric for some
Baby Jane Doe!
Baby Jane Doe! Sorry.
On the religion check first, because it was also the lowest.
Yeah.
Jess, you're taking
so
the time
tired.
to really just, like, scrutinize as much as you can, and you are so out of it that it's a little hard for you to really, like, be specific. But the crests of... The faint shapes of an owl here and there across the temple are not lost on you. This was a temple for Miloran.
Yeah.
The member of the Virtuous Five representing wonder. The member of the Virtuous Five that embodied Idyres values. everyone else can kind of discern the same thing, especially I think Azure and Sasha. Azure from, faint memories that you didn't know you had, Sasha from your own studies. This was not only a place of worship, this was once upon a time a library. The two went hand in hand in Iderian culture. You have a feeling, as rows and rows of shelves of what once upon a time these shelves would have been filled with tomes and scriptures, but most of these shelves are now empty, save for this spare, dusty scroll with reading that's far too faded for you to make anything out. Some leather-bound tomes of really old books about magical theory. Nothing that really makes you want to sit down and read, unfortunately. But strange spaces in the walls where shelves used to be give you the impression that this place has been cleared out rather haphazardly some time ago. As you all enter this kind of main library room and see there's a little bit of a patch of gold in the bricks below your feet as you walk in. Grit approaches, and similarly to what she did before, the bricks part as she flexes her claws, leading to a kind of hatch in the ground with a rope ladder dangling off the end. Security measures. Not entirely necessary always, but a good thing nonetheless. As she heads downwards, I'm assuming everyone is going to follow unless they state otherwise?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Is it
definitely.
light? Is it visible where we're going?
There is some, very faint torchlight in the distance.
Sasha, can you give us some more light?
Oh, you know what? I can.
Sasha microwave noises as he just...
Hold on. Let me check my. I'll put a little produce flame. Jess, none of us have. Does you have dark vision?
I don't.
Do hobgoblins have dark vision?
I thought hobgoblins.
I think
do, I do have
hobgoblins do. I think I might be the only one who doesn't.
Okay,
Well, Sasha's glowing, so...
regardless,
Yeah.
I'll do a little in the palm of my hand.
I want to see color. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Junie is also seeing a
Opposite of
bunch
not
of
seeing color.
Junie is seeing a bunch of books and is super interested. I think that even just having history books and stuff that are clearly not available to any of the other kingdoms is a huge interest to him.
And also probably intentionally not in the other kingdoms. I think
Exactly.
It's also
Yeah.
interest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You follow Grit through this tunnel and into this corridor that is leading you further underground than you intended. But soon, finally, Grit reaches an opening where a yawning cavern far below the temple opens up, of hardened sandstone, torches lining the walls. It's a pretty sparsely decorated area otherwise. There's the spare carpet here and there and some tapestries along the walls, glowing with greens and purples. But otherwise, it's about a dozen other people huddled around the ground on different carpets or on pillows. Some of them nursing, tending to the roasted bird that you had seen Sala cooking earlier, Juniper, or pouring from a glimmering little jug of water that, no matter how much it pours, doesn't seem to actually ever run out. All sorts of people are here. You see a tiefling here, a loxodon there, people who seem out of place with one another, people who seem out of place here. They're all skinny and pretty dirty, but otherwise in decent health. You can tell even at a glance. You see nothing out of the ordinary. You all see Sala bends to an older-looking woman with cataract eyes and skin a similar color to hers. Whispers something to her and kisses her on the cheek. Grandma, aren't you going to say hello? As the woman looks up, she is not as old as you would expect the grandmother of someone of Sala's age to be, but still pretty small and frail looking, wearing colorful silks, and simply sitting on the carpet. She reaches for a stick and feels around until it pokes, I think, Juniper's ankle, and looks directly up, like somehow staring dead into your eyes, despite not being able to see. You can tell. The more the merrier with company, I suppose. I hope my granddaughter helps you be comfortable.
Does this woman look like she's wearing a sort of like holy regalia? Or does anyone in this place seem to be like of the church?
I'm going to say on that continued religious check, there are traces here and there. You don't know how intentional it is, but I will say I think by Sharon's side, I'm going to pop her name in the chat real quick. You see a little stone idol of an owl perched atop a log. Well, make yourselves comfortable. As much as you can be, that is. I'll help them. Don't worry, Grandma. I suppose there's someone I would like for all of you to meet then. As she she looks across each and every one of you. You points at Beatrice. You points at Jess. She leans over to Michaelis, whispers something. Tiefling, you, Azure. She points, and then looks around. I suppose I owe it to you too, and also some bandages for that matter. Points at Juniper.
I think I'll be all right, but I appreciate it.
With all due respect, we don't have quite so much room to pack so many of your ranks in one space.
I think I'm gonna give like a curt nod to Hadass and one to Deimos, like kind of like ease up but keep on guard.
She leads the five of you and kind of just beckons Grit and Michaelis to stay behind, as Grit just kind of offers you a bit of a shit-eating grin and just says, "Be careful now. I don't want your hearts leaping out of your chests." As she skitters away, while Michaelis just leans up against the wall and, without making a sound, is just going to stare all of you dead in the eyes as you pass by him one by one. I think Sasha in particular with a certain intensity.
Sweat emoji.
I think Jess is gonna clock that and like physically impose himself just between the two and between Michaelis and Sasha. Sort of like they're not of your concern. Just body language though.
Yeah. I think as you're the last to trail in, you just hear very quietly as he mutters away, "What a gift that one has." Before,
Couldn't hear you.
"Here's a meal deal," mutters, "Quite a deal that one has. Sorry, quite a gift that one has."
Heard. Okay.
One moment. You are led down another corridor of stone, cavern hallway almost. Quite a deal that one had. A McDonald's meal deal commercial popped up right before that, and I got my wires crossed. It's whatever.
That's terrible.
You are led down this corridor, and only a few paces away, there's a little silk curtain of beads hung over what is another clearing leading into another room of this cavern, so to speak. Well, Salah turns around. "I'm sure you're here for a reason, and because of that reason, I'm sure you're all used to seeing things beyond your imagination. Steady yourself. You're about to see another one of those things." "Master, we have visitors." You hear the sound of something clicking. "Bring them." Thala offers you a nod, and they part the curtain. Best of luck. Try not to hurl on the floor. Not fun to clean up. As Azure, the sight that you're seeing doesn't register to you. Jess, Sasha, Juniper, Beatrice, I don't think it would be unfair to say that your hearts stop. Sitting up against the wall, almost slouched, you see a humanoid creature whose head very slowly lifts, and a single turquoise light, almost a flashlight, glows from its face. As the rest of its body begins to glow a faint teal as well. This one born not of wood as you had seen previously, but of stone. An automaton.
Juniper instinctively is like holding onto his rapier while still sheathed.
Divine Sons.
It's a robot.
It could very well be an undead. We don't know. There could be some human in there.
You hear this robotic, choked voice emerge from some speaker or some otherwise unseen implement of this being. Disappointing. I thought my dear Eden had come home. And that is where we were going to end session 4.
Now what?
Yeah, I think your Eden's dead, dog.
What
Now
the
what?
hell?
I think.
Now, huh?
I think Eden's the one we
About
killed,
that.
guys. Not gonna lie. Mega Vein.
Hey, yo, it's a party in here.
We are so fun.
Oh.
Azure's like, what's happening, guys? What's going on? What's
Hey,
going
what's
on?
that?
What's that guy?
What's that?
Where's the party?
Is he gonna turn into a cat or like a humanoid? Like, what's about to happen here?
Is that one also a lion?
Is this one also a cat?
Is this one also a lion?
There's too many cats, bro.
The dragon does concern himself with the lion.
The
By candlelight.
The dragon concerns himself a little. I think if we're looking at more specific designs, this being looks very similar to the one on the right, whereas Archive looked more like the one on the left.
Ooh,
Scary.
god damn!
Kind of puppy though, if you think about it.
Oh,
Think
we
if you
definitely
think
killed
about it.
this guy's.
Oh, no.
This guy
No,
is
that's what
buddy.
I said. That's why I was like, well,
no.
not that.
Do we think that Eden is the other?
Do we
Yeah.
think? Oh, that's
Oh, so
crazy.
so you guys killed one of these things, huh?
I mean,
It was the
we're
first
way
combat of this
stronger
game.
than we were, so we shouldn't have that much of a hard time killing
I
this
mean,
bitch, right?
It did try to kill us first.
You know, I shrimply hope
Shrimply.
not.
Well, it's probably.
Well,
Guys, who's to say? As that is where we are going to end session for today. Thank you all so much for a lovely continuation of this arc. How are you feeling?
Oh,
Phenomenal.
Yup.
Phenomenal.
I'm anticipating.
Whole, and I cannot stress this enough, Lishet.
Yeah.
God, shit is getting, how you say, real?
Yup.
My friend Hole.
We haven't even
My
made
friend Dolly.
we haven't even made it to where we're going yet.
God, he may.
We haven't made it to the remain.
That's an insane thing to say.
My friend.
Yes.
Oh my
well,
god.
she was a
Holy.
bottom anyway. No.
What did you just say?
Unnecessary.
We didn't stop record. No.
Unnecessary.
Oh my god. Okay, so, my
With
friends,
hit my art. Anyway.
Thank you for another wonderful session of this game. This has been so wonderful. Here's what's going to happen. I am going to probably go to the train station, but not before I get that one to meet together. Please fill it out as soon as possible for your general weekly availability, not counting like things that are unforeseen or not part of the usual. I would like that to be filled out as soon as possible. If possible, let me know if you can't. But otherwise, let's lock in. I think it's about to get fun. As I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for a wonderful session again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
Bye.